His pipes stretching time, floating free, gotta ease his mind. Wings spread wide through the blue, flying high, nothing else to do. In the cockpit, it's just him and the breeze. Captain Canada feeling at ease. Stretching time in the open air, flying high without a care. Captain Canada soaring free, smoking sky, all he needs. Turbulence can't shake his vibe, every puff makes him feel alive. He's the captain you can't confide, loving life is stretching time. Sunset glow as he climbs higher, heart beats to his own choir. With a grin, he takes another puff, for Captain C, no sky's too tough. Stretching time in the open air, flying high without a care. Captain Canada soaring free, smoking sky, all he needs. Stretching time in the open air, flying high without a care. Captain Canada soaring free, smoking sky, all he needs. Stretching time in the open air, flying high without a care. Captain Canada soaring free, smoking sky, all he needs.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Thursday, my friends. Thursday afternoon. 2 streams this evening. Wait, 2 streams today, not this evening. Welcome back, friends. Kango, good to see you. Goodman, welcome. King, good to see you. Lilo Pilot, welcome. Harry, good to see you. SF Aviation, welcome back. Max Medcraft, good to see you. Mitchell Jackson, welcome. Greg, good to see you. Leonard Grant, welcome. Yuckfu, good to see you. Tom, good to see you. Blue Crayon, welcome back. Jay, good to see you. Aviator Nick, good to see you, man. Wonderlux Gateway, good to see you. IYR, welcome back. Dante, good to see you. Tenure to Mobile, welcome back, my friend. Earl Boone, good to see you. Ludwig, good to see you. Axel, good to see you. Tim K, welcome back. Caleb, good to see you. MG Mark, good to see you, man. Jugel Stoomp, welcome back. Caleb Bockelman, good to see you, Caleb. Welcome back, man. Average Beaver, good to see you. A Aviation, good to see you. JJ, welcome back, my friend. Matija, good to see you. Bombtech, celebrating 19 months. So it's a pleasure to be part of Captain Canada, Storm Chaser family. 5 months till 2 years, my man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you very much for support. Really do appreciate you, man. Good to see you back, and thank you for 19 months as a first-class member. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mr. Midnight Mavericks in the house. Good to see you, dude. Sacred Matthew, good to see you. Lightspeed, good to see you. Anders, welcome back. Greg Jackson, good to see you. Aviations, welcome back. By the way, Aviations, have you received your scenery yet? If not, give me 2 seconds. I'm actually going to... I'm going to message them right now because I don't... Usually they confirm when you've received your scenery, and I haven't had a confirmation. So bear with me. I'm going to send this off right now so that I remember. Okay, I've emailed them again, Aviations, so fingers crossed. He'll usually respond. He's online right now, so I would expect that I'll get a... Yeah, there we go. He's typing right now. Okay, perfect. Pay attention, Aviations, to your account, to your AnyBuilds account, and then you should receive the Joburg scenery here momentarily. Congratulations again, man. Sorry that it's taken so long. That's partly my fault. Phoenix is on fire. 2 updates this week. E321 CFMs today. I saw that. Yeah. Jody Doc, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Squiddy, good to see you. Erin, good to see you. Will, thank you very much for 2 months. Appreciate you, dude. Huge enough floaties to you. 2 months as a business class member. Appreciate the support, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Friends, welcome aboard. Back in Europe. First time actually flying in Europe with the MAX. So we're doing some Nordic ops today. We're going from Oslo to Copenhagen and back to Oslo. Should be a great afternoon of flying. And then this evening, they finally released an Air Canada livery. So we're going to be doing some Air Canada real-world ops. This evening, we're going to go Toronto, Boston, back to Toronto. So looking forward to today, man. It's going to be a busy day of flying. Lots of flights, but I'm very excited for it. We get to take out the MAX twice. So that'll be fun. Mitchell Taylor gifting a membership to the channel. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for your continued support of the channel, Mitchell. And thank you for gifting members to the wonderful community here. Really do appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have a very bad day today. Well, hopefully we can make it better, man. Hopefully this live stream can help you out and make you forget about some of the real world stuff going on. Appreciate you, man. Flew out of Oslo yesterday, IRL, and a Scandinavian E320 Neo. Nice, very cool. How was your flight? Hopefully it was a good one. All right, friends, you can see the baggage is loading up. We're getting the passengers on board. You can see them walking down the jet bridge here. Let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy programmed, ready to rock and roll. Windwing EFIS is on the way. Nice, man. You'll have to let me know how it is. Maybe I have to pick up the Windwing so I can get the whole collection. Maybe. When they got released, this has been a week. Y'all have had it. Did he? That's not up to me, man. That's, if you really want to ask, join the iFly Discord and, yeah, ask them. Norwegian is some of my favorite EU routes. It is. I love flying Norwegian. Nordic. Should be a good one, man. Same here. Got the EFIS combo ordered. Nice. Cool. Have been sick for 2 days and have flown 9 flights so far. Currently figuring out GSX. That could take a day or two in itself right there. Have you seen the Innobuilds 320 Neo? Yeah, we've flown it a couple times. We're going to revisit that as well sometime in the near future. I'd like to jump back into the A320 Neo and give it a good rundown. Without further ado, let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy programmed, ready to rock and roll. You can see here we're sitting on the ground, cold and dark. First thing that I'm going to want to do is I'm going to turn my power on here in our EFB. I'm going to go to the systems page. I'm going to go to sim menu. I'm going to go to ground support, and I'm going to enable my ground power. We're going to set that. Beautiful. And if you jump outside, you'll actually see the ground power unit is right here now. Wonderful. So let's go to the overhead. First thing is first, battery switch can come on, bring the aircraft to life. Beautiful. And then we'll get our ground power on. That'll actually power on all of our systems that are needed to get the aircraft ready to go. Emergency exits can get armed. I'm going to bring some panel brightness up on this guy just like that. Beautiful. Let's go all the way up top. Let's get our IRS set, left side and right side to the nav position. Beautiful. Continue our flows down here. Yacht anchors can stay off. All of our fuel pumps can stay off as well. And then we'll go ahead and bring it over here. We're on bat bus and we'll go ground power. Beautiful. So we've got power to the aircraft now. Everything else down here looks good. Let's go ahead and get our window heat to the on position. Beautiful. Our hydraulic pumps can stay off for now. Everything else looks good here. We'll get our steady lights on, we'll get our logo lights on, and everything else looks fine and dandy to me. Beautiful. Let's spend some time down here. I'm going to bring on some brightness up here on some of these guys. Good. Get some main panel brightness up on these guys as well. Good. And then I'm going to come down here. I'm going to get a little bit of panel brightness up on these guys as well. Beautiful. Cool. Down to the FMC. Let's go to the FMC tab. We're going to go pause in it. We're sitting on the ground here. ENGM. Throw that into our reference airport. Beautiful. Go to next page. We'll grab our left GPS. We'll scroll back. We'll set our IRS positions. Wonderful. Let's go to our route tab today. And what I'm going to try is... I'm going to try and put this in here. I'm going to do a flight plan request. Let's see if this works. I did some tweaking over the last 2 days. I want to see if I can get this to pull our flight plan. I've been seeing other creators. It's still saying invalid route uplink. There's got to be something wrong with my setup or something weird going on. Anyways, I have the backup. So I have the co-routes. So we can go ENGM and then EKCH. So I have the co-routes done. If I throw that into the co-route, I can activate and execute that, and that's going to actually give me my flights. So there we go. We got that done. Panman, 4 months. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Says, hey, Cap, have a fun flight. Have fun on those flights. Love you. Thank you so much, Panman, for 4 months as a business class member. Appreciate you, dude. Huge enough floaties to you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so that is done. That is all set. Let's go to, I'm wondering why my adheres, we're going to go panel style, we're going to go general, page down, okay, back. What if we go to other systems? Fast align. Okay, so it is on fast align, so it should be lying. I think it takes a little bit longer because we're over in Europe. It takes a little slightly longer to load. Okay, cool. That's done. That looks good. So if we go to our route tab, you'll actually see, sorry, our legs tab, you'll see that my flight plan has been brought into here. So I'm just going to have to do things the old school way, I guess, which is just download the file and pop it in the folder. It's really not that big of a deal, but at least we've got our flight plan route now and we can kind of work on things from there. Okay, so back to our route tab. Call sign today, we are Nordic 936. So NOZ 936. Yep, that's us. We'll throw that into there. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and start plugging in some numbers over here on the electronic flight bag, shall we? So let's come back all the way here. We're going to go to Performance tab. Beautiful. We're going to go to Weight and Balance, and let's go ahead and load up the aircraft. So looking at our SimBrief profile, we have 163 passengers on board today. So 163, we'll plug that in. Beautiful. Let's go to cargo. For cargo, we've got 3253. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 2,000 in this guy, and then we're going to go 1253 in this guy. That'll just help that out. Wonderful. That looks good to me. I'm going to set payload. Done. Let's go to our fuel tab today. Fuel for today's flights, 5117 on the kilograms. 5117. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and set fuel of the aircraft. Make sure we set the payload, and we'll complete that guy out there. Beautiful. Cool. Now that that's all done, I think we have ETC out of here today. Looks like we've got Nordic Control, I think. Helsinki Control, Polaris Control. Polaris Control. All right. Polaris Control is going to be on 134515. 134515. We'll plug that up, get that ready to go. 131515. All right, there we go. Polaris Control. And then we'll grab our ATIS as well. ATIS is information Oscar. And for clearance and startup, contact Polaris Control. Okay. Runways 1 left and 1 right are in use. Okay, beautiful. So we have ATIS Oscar, and then hopefully they don't change the departures on us. We've got the OXA 4 Alpha departure programmed. So go ahead and call them up. Polaris Control, very good evening. Nordic 936 ATIS Oscar IFR to Copenhagen, please.
Nordic 936 Polaris Control, clear Kastrup, OXA 6 Bravo departure, runway 01 right, initial climb 7,000 feet, Koch 6465.
7,000. 6465. Hi, Nordic 936 cleared into Copenhagen, Oscar 6 Bravo departure, initial climb, flight level, I believe you said 70, and squawking 6465. Might not be a flight level.
Nordic 936 negative, initial climb is 7,000 feet, not any flight levels.
7,000, thank you.
Nordic 936 clear, correct.
All right, cool, perfect. So let's go to our departure page now. Let's go ahead and plan for the Oscar 6 Bravo. You have to know that when you're flying in Europe, you will sometimes, most likely, most of the time, you'll end up having like a. The brightness doesn't really seem to work all that much, does it? You'll end up having a. You'll end up just not having what you filed. They'll end up changing something like that on you. So, I should have looked at the transition level. I thought it was 7,000 here, but I think it's actually 8,000 feet. Transition level, well, it's 7,000. So there you go. There. So, yes, initial climb 7,000. Okay, that's good. So the OXA 6 Bravo departure, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually come back here. I'm going to edit this, and we're going to go 6 Bravo on this guy. 6 Bravo. All right, and then we'll done that. That'll get the proper chart up here as well. So you can see after departure, it is an immediate right turn direct GM 440. And then we have the OXSAT transition. So we're actually going all the way out to GM 506, 504, 503, Okaki, and then OXSAT. So that looks good to me. We'll just confirm that all of that is as well on the legs page. Let's go to our arrivals here into Copenhagen this evening. According to the weather in Copenhagen, 260 at 16. I think with winds like that, I think we're okay to plan for 22 left arrival. It looks like we are going to be on the, looking at SimBrief here, we're going to be on the Erno 2 Charlie arrival. So Erno 2 Charlie for the ILS 22 left, and we don't want it via the Kastrup VOR. That would actually take us to the airport and then out. So we'll just expect via radar vectors. I don't know if there's anybody online, pardon me, but we'll just go and accept that. Beautiful. Let's go to our legs page. Let's scroll through. 440, 506, 504, 503, Okaki, OXSAT. That's our departure right there. Beautiful. And then scrolling through radar vectors into 22 left. I'm just going to confirm that that all looks good. It should be Ernov. So we should have Ernov to Charlie Hotel 632, which we do, to Abegi, which is here, and then from there it would be radar vectors down and in. So everything looks good with that. I am happy with that, friends. Beautiful. Let's just leave that like that. Go to our NITREF tab. We'll plug in some numbers now. 62.8 on the zero fuel weight. We'll plan 4 on the fuel, which is going to give us 1 on the reserves. Cost index is going to be 21. Let's go with like 25, a little bit of a more whole number. They want 310. We're going to actually plug up 350. We'll execute that. Winds at 350. We're going to be 199 at 47. Nice little quartering kind of crosswind, tailwind a little bit. Our ISA deviation is +3. We'll execute that as well. Beautiful. Let's go to our N1 limits here today. And here's now where we can jump over to the electronic flight bag. What I'm going to do is we're going to get the forward fuel pump on, and we're going to spool up the APU. And then I'll come over here, and what I'll do is I will copy FMS data. Beautiful. So ENGM, 1 right. Surface conditions are dry now. Winds 346 at 6, which is good because it's actually 12. 5 degrees on the outside air temperature and a 2992. Just going to confirm all of these. ENGM weather should be 1013. QNH is 087, so that's not correct. 087? That seems extremely... Okay, 987. 0987. All right, there we go. That is much better. That makes a little bit more sense. Takeoff, we're going to do a flaps 5 departure. AC will be on, anti-ice will be off, and we'll go ahead and calculate that. Beautiful. It's going to give us our numbers here. Flaps 5, that's good. 1,500 feet acceleration. Yes, trim 5.31. Going with 84.2 on the N1 percentage and 46 degrees on the cell temp. So let's go 46 degrees on there. No D-rate on any of these. That's good. We'll go to takeoff. Flaps will be 5 degrees. CG weight today, 22.1, which gives us a trim of 531. And then our V-speeds today, 37, 39, and 50. 37, 39, 49. We're not going to complain about one number off, so that's good with me. Beautiful. Everything looks good on that, friends. I'm ready to go. Let's get our APU gens on. Beautiful. Let's go and get the seatbelt signs on. Anti-collision light comes on. We're going up to 35,000, so we'll bug up 350. And then, of course, landing elevation into Copenhagen is... let's go and pin 22 left, and then we'll get our airport elevation. It's basically sea level, so we can just leave that at 0. Beautiful. Cool. I've taken off the auto. So I had on the originally it was like auto. It's like you have a first officer that does your panels and sets your trim value and stuff like that, but I've since removed that, so now I have to manually edit all of those things. Good. Back upstairs, everything looks good there. Let's get our fuel pumps on. Wonderful. And we're essentially good to go. So let's get our APU gen flicked on. Beautiful. Let's come down here. We'll go to our ground services. We'll go and remove the ground power. Disconnect. We'll go ahead and remove the chocks as well. We'll set that. Good. Let's go ahead and go to GSX. We're going to prepare for pushback and departure. Beautiful. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and, no, we don't need that. That's fine. All right, so initial climb was 7,000 feet. Runway heading is 01 something. We'll just put like 011. There we go. And we had 150 on our rotation speed, so we'll bug that up as well. Beautiful. That looks good to me. I'm going to bring this guy to FMC, and then I'll put him on the legs page. That looks good to me. We'll turn up a little bit of brightness up on this guy's side, make it look normal. All right, cool. We're looking good. I'm going to bring this down here a little bit. There we go. Okay, overhead. Good. We do need to close some doors. Next page. Close. All right. Good. We'll bump up our performance page again. Cool. I'm going to flip this over to hectopascals 097. Good. And I'm also going to turn the brightness down on these screens. Beautiful. All right, cool. We're looking good, friends. Reggie, 24 months. Unbelievable. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very, very much for 2 years. So we're going to go straight push, code C. Huge no floaties to you, Reggie. Thank you very, very much for the continued support of the channel. Guys, can we get some love for Mr. Reggie celebrating 2 years as a business class member? Thank you very much, Reg. I appreciate you, man. 6465 TCAS. Turn that on. There we go. And then we'll put it to that one. And then that should be good. He should be able to see us now. Huge no floaties, Reg. Thank you, man. I'm on approach, Microsoft, weird bug, wind direction and speed going mental. Aircraft is all over the place. Check to see what you have your turbulence set to. That will probably solve that issue. Auto brake to RTO. I usually don't do that before pushback. That's usually part of my ready to taxi checklist. Hey, Gep, any news about Sonatic? No. I think we're supposed to get an update from them this week, though, to be honest with you, but I'm not quite sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yes, tell us please. And what gate are we at? We're at 68.
5,700 feet, legend 14.
Bedrock, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Seems like the 7.5 is that far away. Fingers crossed. What got you into aviation? Because I see that you've been flight simming for a really long time. My grandfather originally got me into it. He was into flight sims, and he got me interested in it.
And flight level 310, legend 14. Victor 2 Key Yankee Juliet.
Hey, Gap, how's the Fly Tampa EKCH? Stunning scenery. Absolutely beautiful. One of my favorites, actually. Polaris Nordic 936 ready for push and start. Stand 6-8.
Nordic 936, straight push and start approved. QNH is 987.
Straight push is approved. QNH 987. Nordic 936. Turbulence is on realistic. Yeah, that's why it's going crazy. So I've spoken about this before, Strody. For whatever reason, the turbulence scaler doesn't actually improve turbulence. It just makes the wind spin around the aircraft to give you turbulence. My suggestion, put the in-game turbulence to low or medium and try that and see how much you'll see. It just makes a lot more sense. I have mine set to, I believe, medium, and then I'm using RealCat Turb, which actually injects turbulence, doesn't just send the winds kind of going crazy. You know what I mean? For V-Pilot, do you disable the realistic radio sounds? Can't tell if it's disabled or not. No, I don't think I have mine disabled. Audio, no. Mine is not disabled. All right, let's go ahead and start the clock on the first officer side. Beautiful. Let's go upstairs. Confirm APU bleed is on and duct pressure is good. And we'll go engine number 2 over to ground. Beautiful. Start valve is open. I'll turn the sounds up for engine start. We've got N2 percentage on the rise. Low in RealCat. Yeah, I think that's what I have. I can't remember. It's been so long since I messed with it, but yeah, if you're having problems controlling your aircraft, I can 100% guarantee it's because you have your turbulence set to realistic in the sim, which is actually not realistic at all. Park brake is set. It's motoring. I spoke to my real world 737 MAX captain friend, and he was saying at his airline, they introduce fuel at 25%. They don't wait till 28%. So at 25%, once motoring is gone, they introduce fuel. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. What PC do I have? You can put exclamation point specs in chat. I have 2 computers. I have my gaming PC, and then I have my streaming PC. Could be wrong, but I think your thrust levers are ajar. They might be. Thank you for that. Yep, sometimes they get knocked and they end up being a little bit weird. Motoring is to straighten out the turbine shaft. I think so. The iFly Discord is blowing up. People are getting impatient. Welcome to the Flight Sim Community 101, my man. Give it now. I don't care. Now. Give it. Captain, currently 737, but Wing EFIS is on pre-ordering for the Airbus. Nice. Very cool. Alright, engine number 1 over to ground. Start valve is open. N2% is on the rise. How do you join the iFly Discord? I can get an invite if you would like. Here's an invite for the iFly Discord. Alright, we'll wait for motoring to go away. As soon as motoring goes away, we'll see that the N2% really starts to rise. There it goes. And then at about 25%, we'll introduce fuel, which is good right about there. We'll intro fuel, give you a nice little wing view. Istanbul to Athens is a short 1 hour 777 hop. That could definitely be fun. Yeah. Definitely could be fun, man. Are all these add-ons you have in Microsoft 2020 usable for 2024? They should be. Fingers crossed. They should be. You have to use differential braking on your rudder pedals? I do.
CST Gaming donated $6.88.
Appreciate you,
Everyone
man.
needs to relax, please. Many of the Flight 1 developers have been affected by Milton, so please be patient.
Yes.
Also, would it be okay if I pet that dog?
Pet that dog. Huge no floaties to you, Mr. CST. Thank you for the support as always, my friend. Thanks for the help over the last couple days as well. Kind of getting some things ready to rock with the aircraft. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, buddy. Hope you're staying safe as well. Just booked a flight to Mars. Just booked a flight in March on Singapore Airlines A380. First time on a 380. Nice. Enjoy that one, man. Waterloo to Abbotsford would be interesting. That could be a good one. Who does that? WestJet or Flair or something like that? All right, let's go flaps 5 degrees. James, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. She's okay, Dante. Yeah. What SW do you use for sound settings for Microsoft? What SW? What does SW stand for? Software? Just default sounds, man. Default sounds. Philip, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Flare flies a lot of places. They do, yes. You're also named Kyle. There you go, man. Righto. What's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. WestJet only to YYC? Got you. So it's got to be Flare then. Okay, upstairs, engine Gen 1, engine Gen 2, hydros, yaw damper, APU bleed goes off, packs to auto, bump over our Gen 1, APU can go off, 35,000 set and checked on our pressurization panel. Everything looks good. We're going to set our trim value 530. It'll be good like right about there, I would say. I'm probably okay and happy with that. Beautiful. Auto brake over to RTO. We'll go flight director, left side, right side, VNAV, LNAV. All right. We're looking good, friends. Bring that sound down for taxi, and we'll call up Polaris and let them know ready to taxi. I'm sure it's going to be some interesting taxis. He's got us going over to 1 right. Probably like Delta, Papa, Sierra, or Tango or something. We'll see what he does. Polaris Nordic 936, ready taxi 1 right.
Nordic 936, taxi Delta, Papa, Sierra, holding point Bravo 1, runway 01 right.
Alright, Delta, Papa, Sierra, holding point Bravo 101 right, and Nordic 936. All right, park brake is off. Let's go, friends.
Videre 525, taxi kilo, Mike holding point, runway 01 left.
Kilo Mike 01 left, can leave runway 55.
Springboard 327, speed 200 or less, and maintain 4000.
Watch the company Norwegian over there. Wasn't a while since we were in France. There are a bunch of nice sceneries there. There are, yeah. I get 20 FPS with high settings in Microsoft. Any tips on how to get better FPS? What type of system do you have? Is that a Pan Am 747? Jeez. Wasn't expecting to see that here today. Nice. Yeah, running the 1K. I'm running the 1K, yes. Don't know if I've noticed any difference yet. I think I'll most likely notice it when I fly into like a major airport, but yeah, performance seems to be great. But yes, I did put in your 1K textures. I can share those if you'd like as well. Up to you, but 2005 3600 RTX 3070. So your CPU might be holding back the computer, if I was being completely honest with you. The CPU, I'm not quite sure about the 3600, I don't quite know, but yeah. Scandinavia VATSIM is some of the best. It is, man. European VATSIM in general is just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. GMC, my man, 5 gifted members once again. Guys, could we get some love and chat for Mr. GMC coming in, 5 gifted members. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. That is incredibly kind. Taxi light's coming on, friends. We're leaving the ramp. This is Papa. We're going to make our right turn here on Papa. Huge no floaties to you, GMC. Thank you very much, man. I really do appreciate you. Dugal, good to see you as well, my friend. Welcome back. The more I see this bird, the more I want it. It's just phenomenal, man. I've really enjoyed flying it over the last week or so. It's been a lot of fun. I think everybody's going to really love it. At the end of the day, I'm almost positive it's going to have a really good community feedback. So fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. They uploaded a bunch of new liveries, so we've got some options for this weekend. Got a bunch of new liveries that we can fly. So yeah. Did they fix the nose dropping issue? No, there hasn't been an update in a little bit. My guess is that they're probably just getting everything together for like another release candidate or something like that, but leave them up for a week or so. I can, okay, CST, here's what I'll do. I'll download them and I'll upload them to my Google Drive, and then I can do it that way. That way we're not taking all the space from your Google Drive. How's that? So after stream, I'll get them up on mine, and then we'll be good to go, man. Thank you again, dude. CST came through, so we were using 2K textures for our FSLTL. We're now using 1K textures, so yeah. Air Europa, we could do Air Europa, yeah. Praying this is out tomorrow for the long weekend. I don't know, man. I don't know. Fingers crossed. I just don't know, man. Where am I flying? Caribbean Airlines? Not sure. Not sure. Flying France soon wasn't a while since we did it. I feel like we just flew in France like not that long ago. We went down to Nice. We went to, yeah, maybe, I don't know. It probably has been a while, so. Your grandfather used to be a mechanic for Pan Am, though. That's pretty cool. All right, so this is going to be Sierra, which is what we have, I think. Yeah, Sierra and then Bravo 1 down here. Good. No, this is not real time. We're gonna do tonight's flight in real time, so it's gonna be night ops tonight out of Toronto to Boston. Give away the company on Juliet Nordic 936.
Okay, thanks, Greg. Break, Nordic. 1 Golf uniform. Taking right on Tango, holding point Bravo 2, runway 01 right. Taking right on Tango, Bravo 2, 01 right, 1 Golf uniform.
Fiji Airways, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, some Fiji ops, that'd be pretty neat. What do you think of the Bravo 787? Seems pretty nice, just watch you stream with it. I do enjoy it, man. Yeah, I actually want to get in and fly it again soon. I was pleasantly surprised by that aircraft, to be honest with you, man. And I don't know if it's because the default 787 is just so bad, but yeah, I really enjoy the Bravo airspace. Yeah. Maybe a long haul? Yeah, I was thinking about a long haul in this on Saturday. I don't know exactly what long haul we could do. I'm still waiting for the Iceland Air livery. We could do like an Air Canada, like Montreal to like LA or something like that. They do that, so. James, is the car protection redone? It looks really nice. What, for this aircraft? No. Probably just the lighting right now. Halifax to London Heathrow, Air Canada. Do they actually do that though? I have to look. Short hop could be Stockholm to Oslo and back to Stockholm with Ethiopian actually flies with a 7.8. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Hawaii ops? I know, dude. I'm waiting for a Southwest livery. As soon as we have a Southwest livery, trust me, we will fly. I promise. Alaska does Seattle to DC in the MAX. That could be fun. Do they go into like Dulles or do they go into DCA? South African ops was really cool, man. We had some awful weather in Cape Town, which made for a fun auto land. WestJet fly Dublin to Toronto. Interesting. That would be a long one due to that headwind. Call sign of the Norwegian is not red nose. So Pata, there's a bunch of different. There's like 3 or 4 call signs that they use. We're using Nordic today. NOZ is Nordic. I forget how they differentiate, but it's yeah.
Springbok 327, taxi Tango and Lima Orange, stand 39er.
We just did Cape Town to Johannesburg, so we won't be doing that one again this week, but yeah. Pretty sure Air Canada flies the MAX from Vancouver to Honolulu. I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. I think my grandmother's done that flight. Phoenix broke your SSD? How's that? Hey, Gap, worth me buying the Latin VFR A320 CEO just to stay with the Neo and buy liveries? I would stay with the Neo personally. You're not getting much of a... You're not getting much other than like a shell of an airplane. So we're running the new effects as well. The rain on the runway. This is the updated... man, look at that wing bounce. That's the updated FSLTL as well. Phoenix overheated your SSD? Wow. I mean, you don't really know. I don't necessarily think it's correct to just assume that the Phoenix overheated your SSD. I haven't heard of anybody else having problems with that, but could be the simulator.
Here's Oscar 4 Alpha departure. Clear to Copenhagen, Oscar 4 6 Bravo departure, running 1 right. Initial climb 7 dots.
Does Captain Sim have 747 sounds as well as 747 cockpit for the 777? I think so. Yes. Alright, so he wanted us down to Bravo 1, which is full length, all the way down. Robert, 2 months. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Hello to you, my friend. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, dude. Gran Canaria to Stockholm is 5 hours and 40 minutes. Is flown with 7.3 Max from TUI. Interesting. What does the FSLTL update include? I don't know, Caleb. A lot. A lot. We'd have to go through, but they added a bunch of models that weren't there. They reworked a lot of the. They reworked a lot of the visual effects that happened from like behind the departing company, line up and wait behind Nordic 936. El Bapino, what's up, man? What is my traffic setting? Planes, cars, marshallers, boats. I think I have all of that set off, El Bapino, because I use GSX for like my catering and stuff like that, and then FSLTL for the live traffic. I think all of that has been turned off. All right, pulling onto the runway. Lights are on. Lights, lights, lights. Oh, didn't mean to stop. That's my bad. And lights. I hate using this for that. All right, cool.
Scandinavian 972, clear direct, correction, clear direct, Kelu. Clear direct, Karl, Scandinavian 572.
So the PMDG Max has been scrapped? No, it's just not priority right now.
Correct, you said? Negative, Kelu.
Nice little lineup chat.
Nordic 1 Golf uniform identified, report passing altitude, climb level 380. Flat 380, passing 2,500, 1 Golf uniform. Nordic 936, wind
What's the link?
34036, not 701 right, clear for takeoff.
So right, clear for takeoff, Nordic 936. I'll have to upload that later. Whoever was asking for that. Somebody was asking about my download link for the 1K textures. I'll have to update that later. I don't have it uploaded right now. Alright, Yo-Cam's coming on. You guys ready to go? Let's do it. Sounds are going up. Enjoy, friends. Throttle's up to about 40%. Beautiful. Slight nose down pressure on the yoke. Stable at 40%. And toga. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. There's 80 knots. We're neutral. A little bit into wind. V1. Rotate. Pause rate. Gear up. Follow our flight directors. Climb power is coming in. Sounds are coming back here a little bit so we can hear ATC. It's 8 degrees out right now. We shouldn't have to worry about icing. Let's go flaps up, position 1. Alright, flaps clean. Passing through 5,300 and we'll climb 310 Nordic 936.
Nordic 936, clear direct Kelu.
Sorry, clear direct what, sorry?
Nordic 936, clear direct Kelu.
Direct Kelu, thank you. Nordic 936. Alright, 310. He may only be giving us 31,000, but I think we're okay. We'll check here in a sec. Alright, 31,000. Legs direct. I think he said Corret. I think. Execute. We'll see if we get in trouble. No problem. Alright, there's 7,000. We'll go standard. Good. He said killing? Oh. Thank you. Alright, 9,000 feet. Let's go and engage autopilot. Make my life a little bit easier. Bring you guys back up into the cockpit. Unable.
Yeah, but it's in stars, so it's the arrival as well.
Man, look at these clouds.
216. Wind 340
Beautiful.
degrees, 6 knots, 01 right, clear for takeoff.
Further 19 months. Is this is Microsoft 2024? No. This is Microsoft 2020, my friend. He said, Kaylin. Yes, thank you. This is a welcome relief from watching the hurricane coverage. Mother-in-law is fixed on it. Ha. There we go. Hopefully you're free and clear for the next little bit. All right, landing lights are coming off. Runway turnoffs can go off. Taxi light can go off. Wing lights can go off. And everything else is looking good. Upstairs, I'm going to bug up 310 just in case. We'll go from there. I don't know if they've got 310, if that's why, but... Why do you not fly X-Plane as much? I think the visuals right now, what we're looking at, the sounds, everything is... I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. Do you not, Raul? I think so, in my opinion. Humble opinion. Assume you updated FSLTL, it overwrites all the reduced textures again. Correct. So I actually have a CST Gaming sent me over his. He did a batch himself where he down-resed them, and he put them down to 1K. So I have 1K textures now, which is even better in my opinion.
Scandinavian Niners.
Yeah, but your subscribers aren't increasing at all.
Negative.
Why are my subscribers aren't increasing at all? This is flight simulation. It's not Call of Duty. It's not Fortnite. You don't see thousands of subscribers every stream or every week or whatever. We are steadily increasing. We increase 300 to 500 subscribers every month. So, thank you for paying attention to my analytics, though. But yeah. Okay, let's come down and go to our init ref index perf, and I'm going to go 310 just in case they don't give us any higher. It might be locked for like 310, you know what I mean? 1K texture is only good for 1080p users. You will see blurriness with 2K. No, you won't. You're fine. Ready to join the voyage from Toronto to Boston and back tonight? Yes, going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. Man. We're going to find the application for beta testing for iFly. I think they're done. I don't think they're accepting anybody else, to be honest with you. Which 737 do you think flies better, the iFly or the PMDG? They're both pretty similar, to be honest with you. I don't know if I can say like, oh, one flies significantly better than the other. I think I prefer hand flying this airplane, but they both fly pretty similar to one another. Pretty similar. Whenever I take off, I get pushed off center line and take off. Probably because you've got like a crosswind or something. Have you tested the headset effect in the EFB? I have not, no. Do you have a download link to the 1K FSLTL? Sure, I can get one right now.
Papa November, no speed restrictions on the star.
Let me see. CST's got his still up. So here's a link to the 1K textures updated. So FSLTL updated 1K textures will be there.
And Scandinavian 972, we get a frequency change anytime soon?
Scandinavian 972, FM Unicom, bye-bye.
Alright, thanks ATC. We'll be
what settings are you using for Atmos? I do not use Atmos, no. Mercy went from standard to premium deluxe with a different email. Do I have to rebuy the PMDG 737 if I have the op center installed? Nope. You shouldn't. You should not. So you just download it and then extract it to the community folder. So you download that, you find your FSLTL base. So FSLTL base traffic, right-click, delete, and then import the folder that you just downloaded into your community folder. It will replace it. Does iFly have an app? Yes, they do right out. Yes, yes. Is there an airport layout in the navigation display? I don't believe so, Julian, no. But there is, you can put your charts on here if you'd like. We're just going to hide that now. We don't need that out. EasyJet SimPilot made a great tutorial on how to downscale the textures, but with this download, it's much easier. Correct, Randy. Yeah. Shout out to Mr. CST. Will, thank you for the subscription, man. Welcome aboard. Apparently, we're not growing in subscribers, though, Will. So, but thank you for your subscription. But we're not growing in subscribers. But thank you for your subscription. Apparently, I have analytic watchers that analytically watch my channel. So thank you for the subscription of the non-subscription. Memphis LTL map was going from 40 gigs to 14. Correct. Yeah. Correct, man. That's the beauty of the downscale. 1 sub a day, not good. Nope. Nope.
Screaming 1209er, cleared, report back. 1209er, go again. That's approved, report back.
We've gained 508 subscribers in the last 28 days. For all my analytic adventurers out there. 508 subscribers gained in 28 days. Just wanted to point that out there. Oh, man.
Nordic 936, Unicom, bye-bye.
Unicom, bye-bye. Thank you for the wonderful ATC. 1228 for us, friends. So I guess that means we can really go up to whatever altitude we want. So let's go ahead and bug up 350 again, because that's what we're going to do. So 350 on the pressurization. Let's go to our NITREF, index, perf, and we'll go 350 into there, and we'll execute that. Beautiful. Ain't that the truth, James? Captain Canada's proof that not every Canadian is over polite. Hey, man, I'm extremely polite. Extremely polite. But with me, you get what you give. So if you come into my channel and you're an asshole, you're an idiot, you're going to get the exact same treatment right back at you, man. I am a firm believer in you get what you give. If you come in here and you want to act like an idiot, I'm going to act like an idiot right back at you, man. I have no problem with that. You're going to come in here, you know. I think also what it is people on the internet, they lack that, like, I feel like the common sense. I don't think common sense is the right word, but I feel like a lot of people lack the, like they don't know how to communicate, you know what I mean? Hey, would you suggest to display a small subscribe button on the display next to the frame? Good luck. No thanks. I'm okay, man. I'm okay. Social skills. I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. I think Mike Tyson said it perfect, right? I forget exactly what the quote is, but he says the internet has made... The internet... what is the quote? I'm trying to think of the exact quote. The internet has made it okay for people to think that they can talk the way they want without getting punched in the face or something like that. The internet has made you all way too comfortable. Something like that, I think it is. It's very true. Very true. Thank you, Klaus. Appreciate it, man. Is that a terrain radar under the nav display? No, so that's a VSD. So it's a vertical... I don't know exactly what the system is called, but it's a VSD. Oh, yes, I need to bug up 350. What does VSD stand for? Does anybody know in chat? Not a real YouTuber if you're not asking for subs, likes, and ring the bell every 30 seconds. Hey, man, I don't really do that. The only thing I really do is, like, you know, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Now's a great time for that plug. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please don't forget to smash down that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button. Vertical situation display. There you go, VSD. So it shows you on your climb and it shows you on your descent. Social media made you all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. That's the one. Thank you. And that could not be more than the truth. Trust me. That could not be more than the truth. Social media. Nice.
Analytic Beaver donated 3 Canadian dollars. We need to know the more important analytics. How many no floaties delivered? How many stretches taken per month?
True.
How many factor meals consumed since starting?
True.
How many pet that dogs per week? How many thumbs up received? These are more important.
This is very true, my friend. We should have a no floaties counter. That would be actually hilarious. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for the support, dude. Appreciate you as always. Mr. Average Beaver. Thank you, man. Cap, how do you run scenery smoothly? I have a 4070 with frame gen on, but I can't use LX, SFO, EGL kind of airports because of lag. Wasted money on them and can't even use them. Turn down some of your settings. I don't have the simulator on like Ultra, or you know what I mean? Like, you have to go and you have to fine tune it. When it comes to these simulators, you know, just setting it on like Ultra because you have a 4070 or something like that, I suggest just turning some settings down, man. The object LOD is a huge one. If you're having performance issues, object LOD is really what you need to kind of play with. Maybe bring it down to like 100 or 125 or something like that, you know? So, Claudes, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Thank you very much for your business class subscription. Welcome back, my friend. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate you. Note, we're doing nighttime tonight, Captain Carolina. I already mentioned that. We're flying during the day this afternoon, and then this evening's flights. We have 2 flights planned for this evening. We're going Toronto, Boston, Boston, Toronto. Those will be done nighttime, so we're going to do some night ops tonight. Do you always update to the newest NVIDIA driver? Depends. If I'm just, like, if I'm not playing any other game and I'm kind of just using Flight Sim, I'll leave it as long as the driver is, you know what I mean? Yeah. There you go, Captain Carolina. Sounds good. If we had no floaties counter, I think we'd end up like McDonald's with their sign saying 1 billion and billion served. Maybe. True. Cap, how many hours of total flying do you have on an A320? I have no clue, man. Thousands of hours flying in this, just in this simulator. Don't forget about X-Plane and all the other sims, but yes, thousands and thousands. I'm flying Air Canada 777 from Cancun to Toronto. Nice. The only way people learn is to find out the hard way. Talking about social media respect thing again. Absolutely. Yeah. Something that really helped me was reducing the LOD on the ground and increasing it as I climbed out of the airport. I used auto load. Yes, auto load. Yes, it's a good one. Leo, thank you for your subscription. That's 2 subscriptions, chat, today. It's actually been more, but it's 2 since I started paying attention. Do you think this aircraft is release ready? I feel it's close. I don't know if it's like 100% ready, but yeah. What do you think about the WinWing add-on products for the Airbus? Looks good. Looks good, man. Looks good. Planning on new PC, but I can't decide between a CPU, AMD, or Intel. GPU, AMD, and NVIDIA. I would go AMD for your CPU, NVIDIA for your GPU. That's what I would do. I would take advantage of the native frame gen, get yourself a 4000 series card, take advantage of the native frame gen, and get yourself like a 7800X3D or something like that. I think that would be your best bet. I do have it on 100, good man. Yeah, and I just leave it. I don't really expand it as we climb. I just leave it. I can't wait for their whole, like, the 737 EFIS and stuff like that. It's going to be awesome, man. Pre-ordered my WingWing EFIS. Just waiting on the payment email. I'm going to order just about all the panels that release such great quality. Yes, I'm excited for it as well. My clouds have a lot of stutter and look not as good as yours. I run my clouds on Ultra. That's the only thing in the sim that I have on Ultra, just because there's so many clouds always everywhere and they're so beautiful. So I've also had good luck with AMD native frame gen, but AMD drivers can be quirky. Yes, that is the main reason, Diabetic Lad, that I don't suggest AMD GPUs. I'm still very much an NVIDIA GPU, AMD CPU all day long. All day long. 71 nautical miles to top of descent, friends. We don't have a lot of time to stretch. Let's stretch one out here. Sonny, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. You boy. Welcome. Amazing you can change the time in the iFly without launching into space. Aerosoft should take notes. Dude, the more and more videos coming out about the Aerosoft, the more and more I just can't help but, like, laugh. Like, it's just crazy, man. You know, I don't want to be, like, overly negative, but, like, it just does not make sense, man. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand how they would be willing to ruin their reputation on doing something so stupid. Just doesn't make sense. At least they want to update it. Come on, man. It's been 4 years and look what they put together. You're going to be waiting another 4 years till that airplane's even flyable. It's a joke that they've come out and said, "Oh, don't worry, we're going to fix it." Buddy, you've been working on the plane for 4 years, and this is what you have to show for it. There is no coming back from this. This aircraft will never be fixed to a level where the community is happy with it. Never. Ever, ever, ever. It'll be so long and forgotten. There will be so many other airplanes that release in that time. It's not even it's a wasted effort at this point. It truly is. Even if they plan on fixing it, even if they plan on going back, it's wasted. It's just yeah. I really hope, really hope, and again, I people need to be held accountable for when these types of things happen, and I hope that there is some type of repercussion either from the German taxpayers or the German government themselves. Because in my opinion, this is a complete lack of... Somebody said it best. I saw one of the comments, and it said, it was something like along the lines of, so Aerosoft gets government money, decides to work on the aircraft 1 to 2 days a week and go out for beers the rest of the time. I laughed so hard at that comment because I was like, it's pretty much exactly what happened. Is there a way to get the Phoenix A320 without a credit card? Even PayPal requires a credit card. I think you can link a bank account, Mario. I'm almost positive you can link like a banking card, like your debit card. Pretty sure you can link that on PayPal. I guess it depends which country you're in, but I know that I can do that. Well, and of course more information comes to light as well. And apparently the project manager or the lead developer on the Aerosoft 330 is the same developer of the FSS E-Jet series. So, mark my words right now, if you think that the E-Jets are ever going to be more than what they are now, you're also probably very mistaken. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe the E-Jets will eventually be a thing, but I can promise you under whatever's going on over there, whoever is controlling things, they're obviously not doing a good job. And obviously, money is more of a factor than a quality add-on or producing something that the community will actually enjoy. Money. FSS is denying the allegations? Well, of course they would be. They don't want to get wrapped up in all this. Matthew, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Well, I think the 727 was like more of like a novelty thing, to be honest with you, man. Like, it's just, I just don't see how, like, I mean, I guess everybody uses flight sim for different reasons, but like, I just don't understand how, like, loading up in a 727 flight after flight after flight after flight using like INS and like old school, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I'm more of a new school type of guy. I prefer like my Airbuses and my modern Boeings and stuff. I'm sure that there's all different types of people out there, but I would just assume that the mass majority of flight simmers aren't really interested in that type of flying over and over and over again. Maybe the German government demanded to see some results. Well, this can't be what they thought. This is not the results I'm sure that they signed up for. They're going to call us lazy again for complaining about the lack of systems. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What does the cabin look like? This cabin? It's absolutely stunning. Look at this. Fully modeled as well. Now, I don't know if they have business class layouts, but you can also... the cool thing with this cabin is you can also set whatever you'd like. It's like we can set cruise, both zones, nighttime, both zones. But I guess we'll just keep it in cruise, which is like a light blue. Yeah. This one's got a bunch of stuff as well that you can do. You can take out tray tables. You can open and close window shades if you'd like. You can do a lot of things in this cabin, man. Pretty crazy, dude. Pretty crazy how a company that doesn't have a bunch of government grants can develop something like this, and a company that has basically an aircraft handed to them on a silver platter fucks up as bad as Aerosoft did. It's truly mind-boggling, man. Truly mind-boggling, chat. Let's take a look here at our arrival. Above 4,220 knots. So I guess we'll just plug in 4,000. I don't know if we have ATC on. I can check on that. It does not look like we have any ATC. Yeah, there's no ATC in Copenhagen, which is weird. I thought Thursdays there was always ATC in Copenhagen. I could be wrong. I would say somewhere in the middle, Yeti. Little bit heavier in some instances, but nothing that's like, oh my god, this is like game breaking, you know? Like if you get good performance in the Phoenix and the PMDG, you're probably going to be fine. It doesn't really ever dip below like 50 with frame gen on most airports that I'm going into. But I would like to see squeeze a little bit of better performance. Probably just some optimizations here or there would probably fix those things up. Flew the CRJ 900 the other day, simply awful, blew right through the localizer, and then the autopilot disengaged, and it did a nosedive. Jesus. Sounds about right. Isn't all the extra cabin things just unnecessary? So, Moritz, we've asked them about it on their Discord, and they said that they've tested with the cabin on and the cabin off, and there was a negligible difference. So there really wasn't much of a difference between turning the cabin on or off. I would still like to see an option to maybe turn it off, even if you want to squeeze an extra 2, 3, 4, 5 FPS out of it. I would like to see an option at some point for us to just turn off the cabin. Oh, it's Mondays. Thank you, Sasha. I always thought it was Thursdays, but I guess it's Mondays. Real Weiberg, what's up, man? Thursdays, the event is in Helsinki. Mondays are vectors to Copenhagen. Got you. Damn, well, we should have done this on Monday. That's okay. Maybe we'll come back. Maybe we'll come back. All right, friends, we are 11 miles till top of drop. Hey, Gap, do you think they'll fix the external model to allow us outside custom views? I hope so, Will. I hope so. Yeah, I hope that it doesn't, you know, look like this when you try and go outside. Because right now, that's why we can't really set any, like, custom outside views, because the way that the external model is rendered, very similar to, like, the PMDG, how it renders, like, stuff like that. Yeah, like, when you trick the camera, this is what it looks like on the outside. I don't know. I don't know, Will. I don't know if that's a priority. I don't know if that's something... Didn't, like, Phoenix fix it finally? I think Phoenix did it as well, right? All right, 6 miles till top of descent. Let's go to the VNAV page, or sorry, the progress. What is it? The VNAV page, second page. And at about 5 miles, we'll descend the aircraft. There's 5.5. Phoenix dropped another update. They did. Yeah, they did. All right, let's go and descend now, and we'll execute that. Just start our descent a little bit before profile, so it's not such a dive down once we hit our profile. Monday night UK, but sometime does not, always around 1900 UK or 1800 start. Okay. Is there a Fradar version of the 321? I don't believe so. No. You're always welcome back to Norway. Lots of cool flights there are, dude. Norway is a hidden gem. I can't wait to do some... what's the Q400 that flies in Norway? I forget the company. Who flies the Q400 up in Norway? Can't wait for that Q400, man. Wittero, thank you. Yeah. What is your route plan for this leg? What is your route flight plan? Exclamation point route in chat, Flight Sim Aviation. I've brought back the route command because there's been a lot of people, there's been like an uptick in people flying with us. So exclamation point route does now work. I've brought it back. That is our route that we did today. Will you fly the A330? No. Vin, good to see you, man. Thank you for your subscription. No, I will not be flying the Aerosoft 330, or the Latin VFR 330. No. I did my winter warfare training in Norway. Amazing place. We flew into Bardufoss in the C-130. Damn, that sounds epic. I didn't know you did that, Dugal. Pretty cool, man. Do some South American ops, running Panama to Venezuela. Can't wait for the Copa Max flights. Yes. Should head to Svalbard in the 7.3 Max. That would be a banger. Could be. Yep. Caleb, I wish it worked like that. When do you think AnyBuilds 350 is coming out? Well, they said by the end of the year. So, fingers crossed by the end of the year. All right, let's start looking at some weather here and see if things are looking good. 260 at 13. We're still good for 22 left. And then we can start plugging in some frequencies. So, if we come down here and go ILS 22 left, 109.5 on the frequency is what we're looking for. 109.5. We'll flip that up. Good. And 109.5. Flip that up. Good. Front course is 217. 217 left side. 217 right side. All right. Good. And then we need our barrel minimums. Minimums today, 208 on the ILS for the barrel mins. Flip that over, 208. They have fully modeled 350 systems by the end of the year. Yeah, I mean, AnyBuilds doesn't mess around, dude. AnyBuilds is not one of those developers. They do not mess around, man. Yeah, when are you going to visit Jamaica, perhaps Southwest 7.3 Max? Yeah, as soon as we get a Southwest livery, man, we're going to do all kinds of Southwest stops. We currently do not have a Southwest livery. That's why I haven't been able to do any Southwest stops or anything like that, but yeah. The 380 is returning to Copenhagen. Would like to have the fly-by-wire now, hopefully. Yeah, Qatar Max. Yeah, we don't have a Qatar livery yet, unfortunately. We do have a Fly Dubai. Cap, do you think GSX will be relevant in 2024? Yes. I do. I do. So we have that restriction at Ernov for 250. I agree, Zach. I don't know. I'm not quite sure why there isn't a Southwest livery out yet. I'm sure one is being made, obviously, because like you mentioned. There's a semi-long haul 4 hours from Ljubljana to Dubai. That'd be a good one. You don't think you'll buy... I don't think you'll have to re-buy it, Tiago. There might be an upgrade fee, but I don't know. Southwest liveries are being made. Look at the iFly Discord. There you go. So hopefully we get one soon. Pushback without GSX is legendary. Cap, do you never fly X-Plane 12? I haven't flown X-Plane 12 in probably 9 or 10 months. Does the download process of the Max have an installer? Yes. It's called the iFly Manager. It's very similar to the PMDG Operations Center. Very similar. They're trying to make a single class cabin layout, and once that's done, they'll release the Southwest. Got you. That makes sense, John. I'd fly X-Plane 12, but it runs terribly on my PC and I have an RTX 3090 Ti. X-Plane's performance just isn't very good. Period. Very old architecture. Might join in the flight back. Sounds good, man. J'Aviation shared some screenshots of the Southwest liveries he's working on the iFly Discord. They look amazing. Of course, J'Aviation is... That guy's an animal. I switched from Microsoft X-Plane 12 and I get much better FPS even with the 777 V2. Well, there you go, man. Okay, man, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. I know we have a price. I take it still no release date. Still no release date. We know the price. The aircraft price, for those of you that don't know, is going to be $69.95. I know that we were talking about this last week, and I said anywhere between $60 and $80. Actually, I think I said $50 to $70. But yeah, they do have some liveries on FlightSim.to yet, or is it all through the manager? I believe it's all through the manager, Will. I haven't seen any on FlightSim.to. That being said, I haven't checked in about a week, but I don't think there's any liveries up. I think everything is done through the launcher right now. How much is that in pounds? You'll have to do some conversions. Go $69.95 USD to pounds. There is nothing on FlightSim.to. There you go. Can't wait for the Bluebird 7.5. It's going to be special, man. It's 52 pounds. There you go. 52 GBP. Alrighty, we're all set up here, friends. Transition altitude coming in is going to be 5,000 feet, and we're going on a QNH of 992. So we're going to pre-select that right now. 992. Good, pre-selected, and everything else is done. We've got localized, we've got ILS frequency, we've got our course, we've got our minimums. And the aircraft is doing everything that we need it to do. We can do our net ref, and we can go with 148 on the VAP speed as well. So everything looks good there. DJ, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Bluebird are making the 7.6, but it will be a while. Correct. I mean, both of them will... The 7.5 and the 7.6 will be... Well, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do, to be honest with you. I know that the 7.5 is planned to release on Microsoft 2020. So I'm assuming the 7.6 will also release on 2024, or I'm not sure. The ATR update is out. There you go. I like with the PMDD 777, the turbine is windmill in the wind. This aircraft does it as well. The Phoenix does it as well. There's a lot of aircrafts that have that modeled, to be honest. Very curious to try a 7.6 high fidelity. I've had quite a bit of time in a 7.6. We had the Flight Factor 7.6 in my X-Plane days. It's a good product. I prefer the 7.5, but I think that's just a personal preference. American Airlines bare metal 7576 going to hit. Oh, yes. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Are they making a 787? They are, after the 7.5 and 7.6, correct. Now, will somebody beat them to making a 787? Who knows? I feel like that might have been just like a stance within the community. Make an announcement. Hey, we're making a 787. In this century, hopefully.
Can I pick that dog?
Cap Carolina.
Can I pick that dog? Can I pick that dog?
Can you do play airline ops? Pardon me, when we're back in the 320. Play. Where's play out of? I don't know where they're based out of. Did Tolis reach out to you about the A330? At this point, he already knows that you've completely moved on. Oh, they know I've completely moved on, Randy. Yeah. And I got to be 100% honest with you. I get that it will be a decent product, but I think gone are the days where I'm willing to spend $100 on a single add-on. You know, there's another reason, in my opinion, why I think that Microsoft is so far ahead when it comes to these third-party add-ons is just the pricing model. You know, you've never seen an airplane more than about $70. I know the 777 was $77, but I think that was more of a ploy for the 777. Yeah, I mean, Tolis's last release was an A320 Neo for $90 USD. I don't know if they plan on following the same price point for their A330, but something tells me it's going to be even more expensive. You also have to consider that there's substantial less X-Plane users now than there were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? So, watching your streams while building a model airport. Very good content, my man. Hello from Austria. Butter Ass Landings. Great name. Welcome aboard, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the streams, dude. Thank you for the kind words. The price of planes is the main reason I don't play X-Plane. I mean, it's the planes and the scenery, dude. When you're dropping $30 to $35 per scenery, and then you're dropping $90 to $100 per airplane, I mean, it's like I said, man, unless you're an X-Plane hardcore enthusiast, the monetary value is just, it's difficult to get over, to be honest with you. Tried X-Plane 12 again because I was craving that amazing flight model, but to be honest, I feel like Microsoft flight model is so close, now it's not worth it. Just wait for 2024 to come out, man. 2024 is going to make it even more, you know, it's going to make it even more. I don't understand why Bluebird announced a third project without even bringing one out yet. They already want to delay it in big time going into 2025. Like I said, Cass Rex, I believe they're doing it to kind of have like a little bit of a stance in the community, just to kind of let other developers know, like, hey, we're working on a 787. If you're working on one, that's cool, but we're working on a 787, so yeah. Saw tonight's going to be some Air Canada. Yes, they finally added an Air Canada livery. I'm very excited. First time ever doing Air Canada Max 8 tonight. Very excited for that. Flown on the Air Canada Max a couple times as well, so. Tolis 330 cockpit modeling looks not so good compared to Microsoft. The EFB is kind of shit as well. I mean, that's just X-Plane in a nutshell, right? And I mean, again, I'm not taking anything away from Tolis. Tolis does deliver fantastic products to the community. Tolis has never been about visuals and sounds and stuff like that. Their modeling and texturing is, in my opinion, subpar to today's industry standards. Where Tolis really shines is the system depth and the flight models. They go balls to the wall. I mean, they literally simulate almost every single system, and I think that's why Tolis has been so successful when it comes to the flight sim scene. Is again, there's a lot of people that really want to, like, you know, deep dive into some of the systems of some of the aircraft, and I think that's where Tolis's strong points really, it's the flight model and the system depth. It's really what it is. Have we got any good private jets in Microsoft? There's a bunch, Ludwig. Yeah, depends on like what you're looking for, but there are a bunch of great GA, general aviation jets and all kinds of stuff like that, man. I'm not quite sure why it's telling us to get our barrel reference. We already checked, and transition altitude is 5,000 feet coming into Copenhagen, so. The Citation X is what I'm excited about on the GA side. Yep. Cal, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. The new modeling is horrendous. I mean, again, I think Tolis is doing all of their modeling and stuff in-house. I don't know if any of you know, but every other Tolis release product, they didn't actually make the model. The model was third-partied out, meaning that a different development group altogether, like Flight Factor, for example, made the Tolis A319 in 21. It wasn't even Tolis that made it. Flight Factor made the model, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's not very good. The 340 was in-house, done by Tolis, and again, in my opinion, the 340 in today's standards is subpar. And I'm curious to see if they've really advanced in their modeling and texturing when it comes to the 330 that's releasing. Isn't it coming out in like a couple weeks or something like that? 2 weeks or 10 days or something, just in time for Cross the Pond. They're positioning themselves well. Maybe setting the FMC as 18,000, you need to change it in the descent page. Got you. It's probably exactly what it is. VNAV. It's in the forecast page, isn't it? Yeah, transition level. FL, is it 050? There we go. Thank you. You are correct. I have to figure out how to link my descent wins too. I don't think I can. I don't think they're requested. They might pull it from the flight plan that I have inserted, but I don't think so. Yeah, invalid forecast uplink. I really need to figure out what's going on with my SimBrief and why it's not. Like, SimBrief is linked in the tablet. I don't know why it's not. Like, terminal charts, connecting to Navigraph, please wait. Like, all my charts are connected. Everything's connected through the EFB, which should in return have... So I'm not quite sure why it's not going. When flying across the pond, do you need to have ACARs? No. No. I think Cross the Pond is in 9 days. It's next weekend, I think, isn't it? Cross the Pond? I think it's next weekend. Not this weekend. This weekend is Thanksgiving in Canada. Did you set it up on the Navigraph site too? First time you click on the EFB, it should open an internet tab. Yeah, and you have to approve it and everything. Yeah, absolutely will. You might have to download FlyPlan in iFly's folder through SimBrief Downloader. You might have to download FlyPlan. Sorry, Nabil, I'm not quite sure what that is. Cross the Pond is the 19th. Yeah, so next weekend. Next Saturday? I've never had it. I've never got it to work, Will. I've never got it to work. So what I'm having to do right now is I'm having to actually download, like, the flight plan and put it into the file. What happened to that guy, Karl Childerz? He just moved on, man. He moved on. Supporting other content creators. I mean, first load in the EFB into the FMC. Yeah, like when you load in it, you have to accept and get Navigraph working. So, you know, the iFly's actual folder where you have the plane, there might be a folder for flight plans. There is, Nabil. That's how you manually bring your flight plans in, and that's what I did for this flight. But you should be able to just one tap. Like, because I'm synced with my Navigraph, I should just be able to request the wins and everything be good. But it's not. Even like my flight plan, it's not working. Is it possible that iFly could come out this weekend? Maybe. I mean, maybe, dude. Maybe they release tomorrow. My bet is probably within next week to the next couple of weeks. I still think there's some updates that need done on the aircraft, but yeah. All right, we're going to go on a heading of 115, leaving the final waypoint. And then intercept today will be 3,000 feet on the intercept. So we'll bring this down to 3,000. Right, we're looking good. Should have had these on, should have had those on, and should have this on. And we'll ding the cabin. Good. Turn our sounds up. Did you do it manually then, put in the flight plan file in one of those folders? Yes, correct. Aero Mexico? Yeah, we definitely need to do some Aero Mexico. That would be fun. SimBrief downloader. Man, I don't even think I have that installed anymore. Is your runway speed +5 on the legs page? Runway speed on the legs page? I don't really think you have it on the legs page. You do that in like your VNAV. +5 wind correction, yes. Southwest Max 8 ops in Hawaii. Yes, that'd be badass. All right, heading select. Good. And now we can go barrel reference. Good. And then we've got 3,000 set. And what we'll do is we'll just do vertical speed down like 300 feet per minute or something like that. Nothing crazy. And we'll radar vector ourselves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the VSD. Bring this guy back over. Good. Legs page, next page, what is your speed? Is next to runway, is it +5? Legs page, next page. No. I've never looked on my legs page for speed +5. You mean this right here? Like 148? Is just me or the font on the MCP is too big? Up here? I don't know. I do not know. Alright, looks like we have an aircraft here who's also intercepting, so this could be fun. We're going to right turn now. 190 to intercept. Let's arm our localizer. The font is in the real world as it is on the Max. There you go. Maybe it's a little bit bigger on the Max than it is on the NG series. I don't know. Alright, there's that aircraft. I'm going to really slow us down, like 190. Getting pinged by approach, 119. Oh, I predict we're getting some vectors or we're getting a go-around here, chat. 805. We'll tune to him. Let's go flaps 1.
Canadian 972 with you.
I'm going to slow us all the way down. Flaps 5 degrees.
Approach, runway 525 here on with you heading to Biggie.
Right, let's arm our approach.
Scanning 972, coding approach.
972 on final, T2 right.
To 972 to the right, you get to land wind 26 degrees, 13 knots.
Go ahead, T2 right, Canadian 972.
How do I get rid of the calls from GSX of what is happening in the GSX settings? Approach hello, Nordic 936 ILS 22 left.
Nordic 906, calling about low speed 180 to 60 mean.
180 till 60 I mean, Nordic 936. Alright, he wants us 180 or less. I don't know, dude. That airplane in front of us, I'm gonna slow us all the way down here. 160, we've intercepted glide slope. There's a new ATR update with 2 new variants. There you go, nice. Remember guys, if you are enjoying the content, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. We're looking for 250 likes on today's live stream. Thank you everybody who already has smashed down that thumbs up button. Let's go gear down and flaps 15 degrees. And I'm going final approach speed now, Chad. He said 180 or less, so we're going final approach speed 148. Otherwise, we ain't making this. Let's go flaps 25 degrees. And we're rolling out. We'll go flaps 30. Should be our landing flaps. Good. Set up nice and early. Good. Nice little 35 knot crosswind right now. Is that plane in front slowing down? Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to, right? He's coming in on arrival as well. Alright, and we should be vacating Bravo 4. Go auto brake 2. Remember, I'm not arming the ground spoilers. We will be manually deploying our ground spoilers. Request a couple S-turns. I mean, we're fine. The aircraft is out here in front of us. He's got us all set up. We'll see if we have to shoot a go-around. We'll see how she goes. Do you want to fly manually from here? No, we'll leave it till about 1,000 feet. Then we'll take control. The winds are going to do some weird shifting as we get closer down to the ground. You need to turn? What do you mean you need to turn?
Turn left, turn right, heading 275.
Turn right, heading 275.
That plane he's on very short final now. I think we should be good. As long as he vacates quick enough, we should be good. Let's throw on our Yoke cam. I will turn up the sounds until we get clearance, then I'll go full pin. We'll disconnect the auto throttle. And we'll disconnect the autopilot. Beautiful. 1,000 feet.
left, heading to 70. Nordic 216, time speed, fast speed.
He's over the numbers right now. I think we're going to be good, Chad.
Nordic 948, turn right, heading 175, get a left, approach runway 22 left. Right 175, turn altitude to left, Nordic 948.
Navy 972, request taxi gate Charlie 34.
Still waiting for our clearance.
972, taxi into Y Alpha, hold shuttle for runway 30.
400.
Taxi off Ultra runway 30, Navy 972.
Nordic 936, runway 22 left, prepare to that, 26 left against 1.
300.
22 left, clear land, Nordic 936. Thank you.
Approaching minimum.
Sounds are up. Oof, that wind, Chad. Continue.
100. 30. 20. 10.
Alright, kick it over, a little bit of left, aileron. Nose down gently, reversers route, maintain center line as best as I can. Decelerating. 70 knots, reversers are stowed. Ooh, baby. That was a little bit gnarly, chat. Auto brake can come off. We'll vacate to the right, coming up here. Alright, not bad. Could have been a little bit better on that center line, but it actually wasn't too bad. Considering the winds, those are pretty gnarly, Jesus. I think I got into the correction a little bit later than I wanted to. Alright, and ground spoilers and flaps clean. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Copenhagen. Not bad. I'm okay with that. It does fly, it hand flies incredibly smooth. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice hand flying. That was my bad side for crosswinds too. For some reason, I'm much better when the crosswinds are coming left to right, right to left. Alright, so we did hit Bravo 4 just as expected. Store after takeoff, sorry, after landing checks. Those should have been in on position. Strobe lights off, wing lights off. Start switches. Good. We'll taxi nice and slow, let them know we're on Bravo. And approach Nordic 936 Bravo.
Nordic 936, taxi Bravo, left Charlie, hold short 30.
Bravo Lima Charlie will hold short 30, Nordic 936.
Nordic 936, confirm Bravo, left turn onto Charlie, hold short for runway 30.
Bravo left turn onto Charlie will hold short at 30, thank you, Nordic 936. Alright, so left turn onto Charlie, hold short, Charlie's right here. Good. How's the flight model compared to the PMDG? It's a 737. They fly pretty similarly, to be honest with you, man. I think I might prefer flying this aircraft just a little bit more. It's not as squirrely. But they're both great. I mean, they're both 737s. They fly like 737s, so... He gaps revved down the Hurricane. Now to get back in flight sim. This looks like a great one to add to the hangar. It definitely is, man. I definitely think that this aircraft is going to be worth it. 100%.
May approach, go up. It's going to be 1213.
Yep, 100%. This one gets my seal of approval. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this aircraft, myself included. They ever give a price for this? They did. $69.95. $69.95. Let's go and spool up the APU. We'll see what they end up giving us for taxi instructions. See what gate assignments they give us. Has performance been improved? There hasn't been an update in a while. So no, we're still in the same version of the aircraft.
Nordic 216, turn right, heading 095. Scam 972, cross runway 12, continue by Foxtrot, and Quebec and Charlie 34.
Cross runway 30, Foxtrot Yankee for gate Charlie 34 for Scandinavian 972.
Midway 525, turn right, heading 1908, you cleared a list approach runway 22 left.
There's the Scandinavian out in front of us. Beautiful. Is anybody else holding over there? No, just us.
Nordic 936, enter runway 30, vacate right on kilo 3.
Does the plane run off any programs like the Phoenix or the PMDG? There is an external program that runs, yes. What's the donation price to see Aeroflop on the channel? Asking for a friend. None.
Nordic 936, left on 30, vacate kilo 3.
Left on runway 30 will vacate kilo 3, Nordic 936. Mr. Holder, thank you, dude. Appreciate you.
Question: why is there no long high-fidelity A-bus for MSFS? Ing can't really be stuck with flying the headwinds, LVFR or Areasoft for cross the bond.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've got the IndyBuilds 350 coming. I think that's going to be the first, like, high-fidelity Airbus long hauler. Hopefully, like, I mean, in just over a month's time, we're also going to get the IndyBuilds 330, which is going to be coming free with Microsoft 2024. But, yeah. What happened to Fly Tampa? They haven't done scenery in some time now. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're working on something. Fly Tampa's a bunch of different teams. So. Where are we flying now? We just flew into Copenhagen, and we are. We're going to be doing the flight back to Oslo here in a second. We're going to get to the gate. We're going to get deboarded, reboarded. We're good to go. Right, this is kilo 3.
Okay, 121, take on Alpha, cross runway 12, continue by Alpha 2, holding point Alpha 1.
To cross runway 12 by Alpha 2, holding point Alpha 1. It's going to be 1213.
You said there was going to be another stream later? Yes, every Thursday.
Continue taxi by Alpha, hold short of Delta.
Continue Alpha, hold short Delta, Nordic 948.
Yes, we're doing Air Canada tonight, Toronto to Boston. Real world max flights. Alright, we're going to hold short here. So 73 Max does have an external program that needs to be run when the sim is open. Correct. Yes. How big is the ZK?
Continue via Lima, stand Alpha 6.
Continue via Lima, stand Alpha 6, Nordic 936. Alright, continue via Lima, and he wants us at stand Alpha 6. No. We'll go Menzies. Lima for stand Alpha 6. It's going to be the second one over there. Beautiful. And return offs are off. APU gen is on. APU bleed is on. Just pushing the parking brake. Light test simulated. Pushing the parking brake. Like, Push. It won't go on, and I have it set to realistic, so I have to hold the toe brakes. I'm not quite sure, like, you push the light. Yeah, can you share your game graphic settings in your Discord server? They're already up there, man. Go to the views and info section. Views and info, all of that stuff is up there, my friend. Right, landing lights, sorry, nose light is turning off. Alpha 6 is us right here. Yes. Alpha 6. Pushing the light next to the parking brake should illuminate the light. No, I don't see it. Does your snow program run automatically like the Phoenix? Yes. Yeah. So when you load the simulator and you launch into the aircraft, it loads it up for you automatically. Yep. You think that there's a tiny chance for the Unibuild 350 for Cross the Pond? No. I thought it automatically stopped me in. Okay, well, we'll just stop it right there. Down here. Park brake on. Upstairs, gens are on, bleeds are on. Engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. Upstairs, anti-collision light is off. Hydro pumps are off. Yacht dampers are off. Fuel pumps go off. And we're looking good up there. Seatbelt signs can go off as well. Beautiful. Go to GSX. Request deboarding. Beautiful. There we have it, my friends. Another successful flight done in the iFly Max 8. I would say that was a great flight, friends. What do you guys think? If you did, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button if you really enjoyed that. If you did, please feel free to join with us again. We are doing the flight back to Oslo now, so that should be a fun one as well. Still no news on release. No clue, man. No, still no news on release. I'd like to think it's either going to be next week, the following week. I'm not quite sure. You know, I really don't know. Can analyze that landing here a little bit. 131, 105 on the G. 18 knot quartering crosswind. We almost got centerline. 1.73 right side slip. No bounces on it. That's really all that matters. Not bad. Not bad landing. I think that was my first like proper crosswind landing in the airplane as well, where we needed a little bit of rudder correction. So happy with that one. Let's get some tunes bumping here now, shall we? Boom, boom, boom. Get that going up here. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and prep for our return flight. We're going to be going from Copenhagen to Oslo. Good. New flight. Good. We're going to be in the Max 8. Departing 2 to right, arriving on 1 left. So we've got planned right now. Very nice. Still can't believe I was 1 off the foot per minute counter. You were 1 off? Damn. Nice. Flying from Vienna to Innsbruck in the Phoenix 320. Very interesting approach. Hey, man. Innsbruck is, yeah. Innsbruck is it, dude. Innsbruck doesn't play around. Alright, flight plan has been filed off. Good. Come down here. Disconnect, connect under our new call sign. Good. Go here. Unload, import, sim brief, you. Good. I'm also going to take my flight plan downloader. I'm going to take this one, download, pop that into here. Okay, wonderful. That's all done. That's all ready to go. Cool. We can jump back in the aircraft. We can start working on some things in here, friends. So we come here, we'll pop this back open. We can go to our performance page and we can go ahead and go to, actually, let's go to weight and balance here first and foremost. All right, let's go to, oh wait, I know why. Initialize flight, close flight. There we go. Performance, there we go, everything will be cleared out now. Let's go to our weight and balance tab. We've got 168 passengers on the return flight. Beautiful. Cargo 3353, so we'll put 2,000 in this guy. Good. And then we'll put 1353 in this guy. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and set payload in the sim. Done. Go to our fuel page. Fuel for the return leg 5357. Good. We'll set payload, set fuel. Wonderful. We'll go ahead and complete that. Great. Now, let's go and get our clearance while we're sitting here waiting. It's usually pretty easy getting clearance. We'll let them know that we've got ATIS. What do we have? Departure ATIS is ATIS information alpha. We've got ATIS alpha and we'll get our departure. Cool. Customer approach, very good evening again. Nordic 949 ATIS alpha. IFR back to Oslo, please.
Nordic 949 coming aboard Hello. Towers online, contact him on 118 05. See you soon.
118 105, we'll see you soon, thanks. 118 105, we got tower frequency on now, so that's great. Getting a little bit more staffed up here in Kastrup.
You cleared destination by Salo 1 Charlie departure on runway 22 left, correction 22 right, squawk 6030, information alpha. Cleared Berlin, Salo 1 Charlie, runway 22 right, squawk 6030, and information alpha, 73 from alpha. 73 uniform alpha, reback is correct.
Digging the tunes, thank you. Let's go back from the grocery store, nice. There's going to be another leg. Yes, we are going back to Oslo, Gardermoen. Oslo, Gardermoen. Yeah, I've got to fly Turkish Airlines. They just released one. We do have a Turkish Airlines. So we may get some Turkish this weekend. I actually have been really craving to fly into... what's that Turkish city right on the coast? I always have the best landings into there. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's a great one as well. Let's go to our route tab. I'm going to enter our company route. It should have this. So EN Antalya, thank you. We're setting EKCH to ENGM. Throw that into our co-routes, activate and execute. Beautiful. Call sign for this return flight is Nordic NOZ 949. I actually have to update the banner. Give me a second.
Okay, Navy 973, we're ready for the destination.
David 973, I have showing for Beta 2 Foxtrot, confirm you are able for 22 right and not only 22 left.
Yeah, I can take 22 right, 973. It's going to be 1213, ready for takeoff.
Nice, looks like we've got ATC the whole way now, chat. Supposed to be good.
Well,
Might join you on Xbox for return leg and skinny even 320 Neo, but not on VATSIM. Yeah, no worries, man.
It's going to 1213.
Is Brussels on the flight planning yet? Brussels would be fun. Yeah.
Scandinavian 907.
We need a Ryanair livery. I haven't seen a Ryanair livery yet. We need some Ryanair.
Departure, runway 22 right, squawk 020.
Control just popped on? Yeah, nice. Should have full ATC back into Oslo, friends. Should be a great flight.
VATSIM Foxtrot departure 0202 on the squawk, Scandinavian 973.
Scandinavian 973, reback is correct.
Tower Hello Nordic 949 ATIS Alpha IFR2 Oslo, please.
Nordic 949, hello to you, Castle Tower, information Alpha in false, QNH 993. You're clear to Gardermoen via Veda 2, Charlie departure, runway 22 right, squawk 037, correction 0307.
Okay, Nordic 949, cleared back to Oslo, Veda 2, Charlie, 22 right, squawking 0307.
Nordic 949, reback is correct. Scandinavian 1213, after departure, contact Copenhagen approach, frequency 119, this is S805.
Alright, 0307, got that plugged into our box. Beautiful. We are still finishing the deboarding process. Just getting a couple of the passengers off the aircraft. We're almost done. We're going to hear the chime here in a second. For the last couple passengers. I would have departed from Brussels to Milan since there was ATC in Milan and not Brussels. I decided to go with Milan first. Now it got reversed. The beauties of VATSIM, isn't it, janky? You plan your whole flight around getting ATC. You load into the simulator. You get ready to go. Boom. ATC logs off or they're not online any longer. I know. It's brutal. All right, let's go to our departure page here today. We are planning for the Veda 2 Charlie departure. So we'll find that on the list here. Veda 2 Charlie. There it is right there. I just saw it. Veda 2 Charlie. Good. Out of 22 right. Execute that. Beautiful. Let's go to our arrivals into Oslo Gardermoen. The Luni 4 Lima. Luni 4 Lima. We're going to plan for the ILS 1 left, and we'll take it via, if we look at our arrival here, the Luni 4 Lima, Insuv. Oh, maybe I guess we're going to land 1 right. Okay, let's plan 1 right. Let's go erase Luni 4 Lima. And we'll plan ILS 1 right via Insuv, and we'll execute that. If we need to change that, that's fine. But just based on that approach, something tells me that they're going to end up giving us the path directly into 1 right. I don't know. We'll see. We'll end up seeing what they're doing, but we'll plan 1 right. If we need to change it, it's no big deal. Let's go to our legs page. Let's scroll through here, make sure everything looks good on that, which it does. Beautiful. I'm happy with all of that. That looks good to me, friends. Let's go to GSX. We are going to reload SimBrief. Beautiful. 168 passengers for the return flight. Request boarding. Looking good. Zero fuel weight 63.3. Plan will go with 4. Reserves will go with 1. We're going to go with a cost index. Once again, we'll just use 25, same as what we did originally. We're only going to 32,000 feet today. That has been checked. We're going to have a tailwind. 206 at 35 for us. Beautiful. ISA deviation is 0. And we'll execute that. Beautiful. Let's go to N1 limits, and that's where we'll head over here and work on some numbers up top here. So we'll go ahead and copy FMC data. Beautiful. 22 right, dry. All the winds look good. That's nice. It's going to be a nice little crosswind departure as well. Flap config, we're going flaps 5. AC will be on. Anti-ice will be off. And we'll go ahead and calculate that. Beautiful. Flap 5, 533 on the trim. Decel of 49 degrees. So select that. 49 degrees on the cell temp. Beautiful. Go to takeoff page. Flaps will be set to 5 degrees. CG weight 22.3. Trim 533. V speeds 37, 39, 50, 38, 40, 51. Close enough. I'm fine with that. That's good. And we'll plug in those numbers. Beautiful. Cool. Pre-flight is essentially complete. We're going to be waiting now. Give you a little bit of a better view. We're waiting now to board up the aircraft. I'm going to have a little stretch while we're boarding up the aircraft. We can hang out here and chat. Looking good, friends. Excited for the return flight. Marco, 29 months. Thank you very much for support, Marco. I appreciate you. Incredibly kind, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Freddie, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. You're late. That's okay. No problem, man. Where's C2A? Did I miss the super chats? Not sure. Might be working. Not quite sure where he is today. Yeah, I'm thinking of a long haul on Saturday. I'm thinking of the availability I have on Xbox London Heathrow to Newark 77-10, Frankfurt to JFK 747 Lufthansa, or London Heathrow I like Frankfurt to JFK in the 7-4. That's a great flight. How the hell do you learn GSX? It can be a pain in the ass, that's for sure. It can be a pain in the ass. Hi, why are you not showing your eyes? They're forbidden. Marco, thank you for 29 months, man. Appreciate you again, buddy. There's tons of tutorials online for GSX. Yeah, it's the best that I can really give you, unfortunately. $737 Max Ops to Skiathos. That'd be good. He captured, what slot did you get for Cross the Pond? I book tomorrow. Tomorrow is my Cross the Pond.
Red nose 3152, squawk 6511.
Captain similar to Medusa. Instead of turning you to stone, he turns you into a Canadian. Exactly. I remember when you took off your glasses. Hey man, anything is possible when we go to these when we're in LA for our charity event. Anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. Doing Cross the Pond in the Max? No. Going to be doing it in the PMDG 777 most likely.
Okay, yes, we are ready for departure. We reach Alpha.
Nowhere Canada flies Halifax and London Heathrow? Correct. 20 days, man. Pretty crazy. When do I leave? I leave in 23 days, so it's actually 23 days, Kev. But who's counting? 20 days, 23 days. Is the boarding chicken complete? Yes, almost. Captain Michael, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Latin VFR A330 or the new one or the headwind? I would just use the headwind, man. Oh, you leave in 20 days? You're going 3 days before the event? Jesus. Why didn't you just leave on the day of the event and then stay an extra 3 days for the whole event? Because aren't you leaving early or something? Nadya just announced flights to Greenland from Newark in their Max. There you go. Cap, why was your view on the left and looking towards the right on landing? Just curious because I missed it. The crosswind. There was a crazy crosswind. 20-knot crosswind. Is this a real-world flight? How does it work exactly? So real-world aircraft, real-world gate assignments, real-world route. That's usually how we do it. Aspie, are you able to get a 7800X 3D? What new liveries do we have? I haven't gone through them completely, but there's a few new ones. I'm going to SFO for a couple days before Australia, potentially after World Flight. Needed to shift a couple days here and there. Ah, got you. Can you take me in your suitcase? Could I be your +1, Kevin? I'm classing my 320neo flights as real-world ops as their default 320. Yeah, that's fine. We're almost ready to go here, friends. Got 60 passengers left to board and going to finish up loading the cargo. And we're ready for pushback. That guy's going to Tokyo. Jesus. It's a long flight.
Tokyo, Solo 1 Charlie, runway 2 to right, crossing 3715. 983, reback is correct. Airline 459, cross runway 12 via Alpha, proceed Alpha to Alpha 1, runway 2 to right.
Did you hear someone tried to bring their companion at Miami and shrink wrap as a cargo? I did not hear that. That's hilarious. Oslo to Tokyo and what? I don't know what he's in. Would you be willing to upgrade your monitors with a new PC? I will be, Sklit, 100%. Yeah, I'm going to go to 1440p. I'm also going to start streaming in 1440p once we get the new build. Hopefully this plane ain't like the FSS E-Jets when trying to install it and authorize it. It's definitely not, Evan. I've had no problems, man. Very simple install process. The iFly manager found my community folder. It didn't really have to do much. 1440p OLED, most likely. Yeah. Is Dan going to build it? I'm not sure yet. I might just go to the local computer shop and say, this is what I want. Let's build it. Most likely that's what I'll do, but I'm not sure. Check FR 386 on Flight Radar. Could be a cool flight. Okay, I'll check it afterwards for sure. Can't blame Dan for it anymore. I know, that would be the only benefit. The only benefit would be we'd be able to blame Dan. Correct. What brand are you going for the GPU? 4080 Super. I don't know what brand. Probably Asus. Most likely Asus. Maybe a gigabyte. I don't know. We'll see. Depends which one is the best priced, best performance. The FSS E-Jets only work on one Microsoft account, so it could be couldn't use on a PC, other PC or account. Is anyone able to get liveries loaded on the head when I keep a file path error too long moving to the community folder? Community folder and games are on my D drive. Not sure. RIP EVGA? Yeah, I know. That's what I have now. Any build 350 coming out in December? I don't know, James. I don't know, man. They said by the end of the year, so yeah. What are the new specs? Not sure yet. I'm probably going to go with the new Ryzen chip. So the R9, what is it? The 9800X3D? I think is the new chip coming out. All right, boarding is complete, friends. We're all good to go. We're ready to rock. Let's go upstairs. We'll get the seatbelt signs on. Get the fuel pumps on. Anti-collision light comes on. And we're going to 32,000 feet. So we'll set our pressurization panel for 32,000. And everything else looks good up top here. We can come down here. We'll go to our menu, sim page, sim menu, doors. We'll close the main entry, close the cargos. Beautiful. Cool. Turn this up. Turn the music off here after this song. This song is about to end. And we'll call for a push and start. GSX, prepare for pushback and departure. Beautiful.
Red nose 3234 negative, I say again. You're cleared to destination Oslo Gardermoen by the Beta 2 Charlie departure, runway 22 right, squawk 1141.
Hello, Captain.
Beautiful Iceland air.
2 right, squawk 1141, red nose 3234, sorry about that.
Red nose 3234, no problem. Read back correct.
Capital's going, sir. How is Daisy? She doing okay? Not bad, man. Not bad. Is he installed like the PMGG where you put an authorization code and it installs it, or is it a program? It's a program, and then yeah, you have to you have to have an account over at iFly.
Landing for 8 Delta, good afternoon, Castle Tower, wind 250 at 13 knots, maximum 28, runway 22 left, clear to land.
150. Tower Nordic 949 ready for push and start Alpha 6 with Bravo.
Nordic 949 at Bravo is correct. Push and start is approved. Release point Alpha 50.
Push start is approved. Release point Alpha 50 for Nordic 949.
Nordic 216. Continue via Bravo.
I have an AM4 motherboard with a 5600X. So I'm looking to try and get the best out of it before replacing the motherboard. Got you. Okay, Aspie. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. So there's our alternate Alpha 50. Beautiful, and we're good to go here, friends. So let's release the park brakes. Let's go to the overhead. Anti-collision lights on. Seatbelt signs are on. Fuel pumps are on. We're looking good to go. Let's go and get the packs to the off position.
Yep, partially correct.
And we'll get ready for startup here. As soon as this bad boy pushes back, we'll go ahead and get the chrono on for the first officer side. Turn them down. We'll get the sounds up here for engine start. Overhead, engine number 2 over to ground. Start valve open. N2 percentage on the rise. Looking good. Better hold on to that EVG GPU. That thing is worth some money now. Maybe. We'll see, dude. Probably end up selling it, to be honest with you, to recoup some of the costs of building a new computer. So, we'll see. Hasn't done it to me, knock on wood, hasn't done it to me today yet, Bomb Tech, which is surprising, considering it's been doing it for like the last week or two, about 4 to 6 times a stream. So, alright, wait for the motoring to go away. As soon as motoring goes away, we can introduce fuel at about 25% N2. Motoring is gone, 23, 24, and there's 25. We'll introduce fuel. You guys listen to the startups. No, I don't doubt it, Jack. Oh, sir, you're about to get eaten. He's not even walking in his shoes. His shoes are like off his feet. He's about to get ingested by an engine. Ah, you are now dead, sir. No problem. Sounds never get old. Oh, they're so good, Duval. I agree, man. All right, engine number 1 over the ground. Start valve is open. I'm only doing this just so we don't have to keep anybody waiting. I think there's a bunch of people who are also looking to push back, so we'll do our best. All right, N2 percentage is on the rise. We will be motoring. Again, we don't want to introduce fuel until motoring is gone and we have about 25% N2. It's really the subtle differences between starting a max and the NG. You just have to wait for the motoring to go away. Although, again, my friend was saying, who's a real-world max captain, he was saying the max is so smart you could introduce fuel right now and really nothing would happen. It wouldn't spark until the motoring was gone, but you obviously wait for the motoring to go. There's 25%, we'll introduce fuel.
No problem, thank you for flying.
What model matching do I use? FSLTL. Bros, no fear. Why? What happened? We don't have a single 2E73 livery on Xbox. Closest is the Bravo 78. Damn.
Analytical in Delta, welcome to Copenhagen. Fly Bravo 4, join Bravo, cross runway 12, home 22. Let you ride Bravo 4, Bravo.
Set parking brakes.
Beautiful. 2 good engines. Set the park brakes. Let's go and set flaps 5 degrees for takeoff. You gonna try the new Winwing EFIS and McDo? Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Probably pick up their whole set, to be honest with you, man. The Boeing and the Airbus package. Oh, you mean the guy that walked into the engine? Yeah, Lucas, I agree. Yeah, GSX does some weird stuff with these weird pushbacks sometimes, man. All right, flaps are set. We're looking good there. Let's go ahead and set our trim value 5.3. Good right about there. Auto brakes to RTO. We'll go flight director left side, right side, VNAV, LNAV, upstairs, yaw dampers on, probes are on, hydraulic pumps are on, left pack, right pack, isolation valve auto, APU bleed goes off, generator 1, generator 2, flip over our gens, APU go off, start switches over to continuous, and we are looking good, my friends. Looking good. Turn the sounds down here for taxi. I'd pick up a full flight simulator of the Winwing, Boeing, and Airbus setup. I currently don't have a large enough space for that huge of a setup. Yep, that's fair. You should make a sound pack for the 777. I would agree. Yeah. Including the Winwing, Ursa Minor side stick. No, I'm fully sponsored by Thrustmaster, so the only products you'll see me using here on the channel are Thrustmaster products.
Well, This is that way. Push and start is approved to face west.
All right, we're good to go here, chat.
Just confirm you have the...
We have to get ready to write down our taxi instructions.
So you're pushing straight back, and then there should be enough room for both of you.
Any wing flex? Oh yes, the wing flex is absolutely gorgeous on this aircraft. I'll show it when we're taxiing a little bit. You can actually see the wing kind of bouncing. It is done fantastic.
8 Delta, continue via Bravo, then join Yankee.
Especially going through like turbulence and stuff like that too, it's real flappy. Real flappy. Whoever made the 7.3 max sound should make a sound pack for the 777. Yeah, that's Boris, dude. Boris is the guy is insane. Legitimately insane. Like, he just does such good work. Tower Nordic 949 ready taxi 22 right.
Nordic 949 taxi via Yankee, Mike, Zulu, and Alpha. Hold short runway 12.
Alright, Lima, Yankee, Mike, Zulu, Alpha, hold short 12, Nordic 949. Okay, so.
Nordic 949, Yankee, Mike, Zulu, and Alpha.
Yankee, Mike, Zulu, and Alpha, thank you.
Thank you.
Yankee, Mike, Zulu, and Alpha. Alright, so. Yankee. Mike. Zulu, Alpha. So park brake off.
And last station, Nordic 949, confirm you were requesting taxi.
Yeah, that was for 949.
Yeah, Nordic 949, correction 949, caution, similar call sign, Nordic 969. Nordic 949, taxi via Lima, Zulu, and Alpha. Hold short runway 12.
Okay, Lima, Zulu, Alpha, hold short 12, Nordic 949. Mopar, what's up, my man? If I'm not mistaken, the 7.3 that you're currently flying is not from Thrustmaster. Correct. But the yoke that I'm flying with it is. Now, there's your wing flex. As I was mentioning, it's done extremely well in this aircraft.
2 push and start, please. 9-7. Red Nose 3234, ready to activate information Bravo.
Red Nose 323, information Bravo is correct. QNH 993.
Alright, we're out on Zulu. And then he wants us Alpha.
You have company
and
Boeing
holding short.
737 on Zulu. You can
Can't wait for this bird. It's incredible, man.
Zulu and Alpha.
Whew, is that an Air Greenland 330? Chat? What is that? Got my Thrustmaster yoke back from repair the other day. Now I can finally fly Boeing again. Hey, nice, Erin. Very good news. It's got to be an Iceland Air, right?
Red Nose 949 by Alpha, cross runway
Air
12,
Greenland.
Alpha 1, runway 2 to right.
Alright, here's our right turn on Alpha, hold short runway 12. Did you say that the iFly is better than the PMDG? I think they're both great aircraft, man. I don't know if I would say one is essentially...
That is cross runway 12 via Alpha for the holding point, Alpha 1, runway 2 to right.
Okay, we'll cross runway 12 on Alpha, holding point Alpha 1, 2 to right, Nordic 949.
Nordic 969, ready to taxi.
Red Nose 969, confirm
He wants us Alpha, then to Alpha 1.
You are at the gate for me.
Yeah, we are ready to taxi. We just pushed a little short on our line. So,
Cap, if you were in a position, how much would you want to fly this? If I wasn't in this position, how much would I want to fly it? A ton. I totally understand how you guys are excited and you really want to get the aircraft.
Red Nose 3234 via Alpha, cross runway 12 for the holding point Alpha 2.
Can we know if you're planning to fly to Mexico, and I'll take the guys from VATMEX, get full ATC, myself included? Alex, sounds good, man. Definitely. We do have an Aero Mexico livery, so maybe this weekend, maybe like Sunday, Monday, maybe we could do some flights out of like Tijuana or something. I picked up that Tijuana scenery, and we've only flown out once, so I'd like to do some Tijuana at some point. I think that would be a lot of fun.
973 is 12, ready to taxi.
973, taxi via Quebec, Delta, cross runway 12, hold short Charlie.
Alright, he wants us holding point Alpha 1, so it's going to be on our left here.
Cross runway 12, hold short Charlie, Canadian 976.
Beautiful. Mexico City at dawn or dusk is incredible. I believe it, for sure. Sun's good, Alex.
Push and start is approved. Release point Romeo 1. Push and start approved. Release point Romeo 1 for scan 900. Nordic 949 of Alpha 1 line up 2 to right and wait.
By Alpha 1 line up and wait 2 to right. Nordic 949.
And Nordic 949 after departure, contact Copenhagen approach, frequency 119.805, wind is 250 at 13 knots, costing...
Right after departure over to departure on 119.805, 2 to right, cleared for takeoff. Thanks for ATC, Nordic 949.
Thanks for flight.
Auto throttle is on and armed. All of our lights are on. We're looking good here, friends. You guys ready to rock and roll?
Red nose 3234.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. You guys ready to rock and roll? Let's do it. Sounds are going up. Y'all ready to get blasted? I am. Throttle's up to 40%. Beautiful. And stabled and checked. Nose down pressure. Toga.
Across 1 to Alpha, 44 Alpha 1, 2 right, with nose 9.
Takeoff power is set and achieved. Airspeed is alive. There's 80 knots. We're going into wind a little bit. V1 rotate. Maintain that center line. Ooh, beautiful. Positive rate. Gears going up. Release the pressure. Beautiful. That was nice, Jack. We maintained that center line very nicely. Right, over to departure frequency 119.805. Cross approach frequency again, Nordic 949, 1200. Climb flight level 190, and I didn't get the last part of that. Alright, direct to Novpo, thank you. Nordic 949. Alright, let's go flaps clean. And we'll make our right turn, and he wants us up to 19,000 feet. We'll bug that up. Beautiful. Looking good, chat. Let's go to get our runway turn-offs off, our taxi lights off, and our wig lights. That was a nice departure. Yeah, we'll fly the Indy Builds 320 Neo again. Right, standard barrel. She climbs fast. Max, baby. She's a max. Drew the Indy Builds with a fly-by-wire 320 Neo. Oof. I haven't flown the fly-by-wire in a while, so I don't really think it's... I'd have to do like a side-by-side comparison. Autopilot 1 is on, coming up to 9,000 feet. We'll bring the sounds down here just a little bit. There we go, friends. Departing out of Kastrup. There it is right there. We just departed out of 22 right. Went this way, made a nice little right turn. And we're off back to Oslo. On our way, friends. I think that's downtown Copenhagen right there, right? I believe.
Oscar Whiskey, klar til afgang bag 1.
Oscar Whiskey bag fuel line. Green orbit.
Alrighty, here comes 10,000 feet. Landing lights are off. Start switches off. And we'll get the seatbelt signs to the auto position. Beautiful. Definitely Detroit. Don't think so.
Red nose 969, proceed direct to Golga. Direct to Golga, Red nose 969.
Grant, thank you for the subscription, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Scandinavian 676 descent to 45 feet, QNH 993.
Descend to 4,000 feet, QNH 993, Scandinavian 676.
Oscar Whiskey efter afgang.
Blues flying the Neo.
Kontrolturen via Ishøj, 500 fod, eller der under kurven er 960.
Efter afgang bane 21 bliver forladet vi kontrolturen via Ishøj, kurven er 993 og 500 fod derunder også.
Oscar Whiskey, det er korrekt. Bane 21 til at starte, vinden er 260 grader.
Bane 21 til at starte også.
Pretty sure P3D users will get it cheaper. Yes, you get a 40% discount if you owned this airplane for P3D, which is a nice little gesture. Beautiful. Adam, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Everyone not trying with the 330, I guess, is up to Headwind to try and impress with the new update. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers are crossed. Let's hope it's a worthwhile update, that's for sure. Let's hope. The Taurus looks so bad. I just saw that Blue, I just got like the notification that Blue was streaming it. Let's have a look-see. He's just showing the external. He's not going inside. Externally it looks okay. I don't see anything wrong with it. Will you fly the Embraer when it gets updated, Real Weiberg? Currently in its current state, it's not very good. Oh boy. Yeah,
Nordic 949 or Smitty Southern monitor advise me on what to shoot as might.
So is that Unicom for Nordic 949er?
Nordic 949, FM 122 decimal.
122 decimal, thanks for ETC, we'll see you. 122.8 for us. Unicom. And we need to get to our cruise altitude, which is going to be 320. So bug up 320 and then push it in. Wait, does this one not push it in? I think you have to do altitude intervene, right? Yeah, I think you have to do altitude intervene. And then it continues the climb. I thought we had ETC. I guess not. At this point, anything is better than the Aerosoft one. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Cap, would it be worth to get a 5800 XT instead of a 5800 X3D? I'm not sure. I don't know what the difference is between the X3D and the XTs. The systems are incredible, but Taurus can't get down the textures. I would agree. The system death in the flight model is what they're known for. That's like the bread and butter when it comes to Taurus products. I would agree. The cockpit looks, yeah, it looks like it's right out of, yeah, the 2000s. It's exactly what I would expect it to look like. X3D has more cache? Okay. Helsinki seems really busy. There's an event someone was saying into Helsinki today, I believe. There's an event going on or something? I'm not sure. Cap, I want to fly the Indybuild 320 with the Thrustmaster throttle. Everything works except the reverse thrust throttle setting. Did you spend some time on the electronic flight bag and did you try and configure it correctly? I know it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but yeah. Does Bravo's V2 liveries work with the other Neo? I don't know, James. I don't think so. It's not called Unicom. It's, what is it? Advisory frequency now they're calling it or something? Advisory frequency? Because we've got advisory and we've got guard. I think. Yeah, rumbling my car speakers with those engines. Sound is amazing. Can't wait to own this aircraft. I agree, Captain Howdy. She is a real beauty, man. Trying to get the 5800 X3D, but it's discontinued as far as I believe. You still might be able to find one. I guess depending on where you live, you may be able to find a used one. You may be able to find somebody that's got a, you know, when all these chips and all these GPUs start to go out of stock, there's people that buy them in bulk and then try and sell them off. You get a deal by buying them in bulk and then they try and sell them to recoup some of the costs and stuff. Hopefully the Leafs lose today. I mean, they lost last night to Montreal. The Sens are playing tonight, home opener, against the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. So fingers crossed what we see tonight. I don't understand the point of guard. I guess it is for emergencies and stuff like that, so you're not on Unicom, you know, kind of spewing your emergencies and stuff, but I don't know. Cap, have you seen the textures of the 330 Neo from Tolis? I mean, yeah, they're bad. To be expected, though, Diego. Like, this is nothing new. Tolis is not good at texturing. They're not good at modeling. Tolis is amazing at systems and flight model. That's what Tolis is really good at. They are, I would say, subpar when it comes to texturing, modeling, all that stuff. Yeah. What's your opinions on the new team from Utah? Haven't watched much of them, but I'm sure they're going to do a better job than it was in Phoenix, you know? So you're meant Frankfurt to JFK for your long haul? Yes, they do. What's your favorite plane right now in Microsoft? Probably this one, to be honest with you. Wife and I are going to the Avs home opener this weekend. Nice. They lost yesterday. They got their asses handed to them by Vegas, 8-4 last night. The Avs still have a good team, though, man. Cries as a Blackhawks fan. Hey, man, you got a lot to look forward to, though, Steven. You got a lot to look forward to. And to be fair, man, like, you think about the last 10 years, Chicago, how many cups did they win? I mean, with the Kane and Taves era, like, it was just, man, an incredible team that was. Hey, I like the Max so far. Really enjoying it, Daffins. Really, really, really enjoying it, man. It's a lot of fun to fly. Utah 1-5-2 against the Hawks, yeah. Tolis just needs some people who can work on their textures. Yeah, the thing is Tolis doesn't want to pay, and I'm sure because they're such a small team, and because there's just, you know, like I said, man, like I would be hard-pressed. If you're a third-party developer for X-Plane, I would be hard-pressed to think that you're selling over 1,000 copies. I just don't think there's that many people buying products anymore. I just don't think so. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but I don't know, man. I just don't see that many products being sold, and every dollar counts when you're not selling products. You know, when you just don't have a user base like some of the other sim platforms out there, it's you have to be worried and always looking at the bottom dollar, right? Is the Phoenix satisfying to hand fly? Absolutely. Any Airbus is really satisfying to hand fly, to be honest with you. But it was fun to watch, and yeah, the last 10 years have been good, but not much else going on in Chicago sports these days. Yeah. Didn't the White Sox have like the worst season in Major League history? Hey, Cap, do you know when we'll get like the Phoenix or PMG aircrafts for 2024? If you don't have 20. I don't know, King. I guess it depends how much needs to be updated from the current aircraft. I'm not sure. I would love to see the data usage between Microsoft and X-Plane. I mean, you can go to, this just kind of, I think this kind of explains it in itself. Like I was saying, the average daily players, 456 people. Peak players in the last 30 days, there was 793 people using X-Plane 12. Now, some people buy directly from Xbox, so you have to assume that this number is more than that. Let's be fair. But do you double that? I think most people own the product on Steam as well. So do you double this and do you say, okay, 1,400 people or close to 1,500 people are using X-Plane? Even at that, man, that's a very low number. 1,500 people. Like, let's be fair. Let's just double the amount of people on Steam versus the people that buy it direct from Laminar. You know, if you do, like, just for example, MSFS 2020, Steam, Steam player count, MSFS 2020, Steam player count. So here you go. This is Microsoft in the last 30 days had an average of 6,500 daily people. So 6,500 people daily. The peak in the last 30 days was almost 12,000. So the numbers that I've been saying, about 10 times the amount of people using one sim to the other, is pretty correct. You have 10 to 1. Is even 11 to 1. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a super fair number. So again, as a developer, we're speaking about this from a development standpoint. From a developer standpoint and a developer's view, you can see why X-Plane's products are priced so high. You see why they charge so much money for their products, is because they have 1/10 of the user base, you know? That's why Tolis and Flight Factor and the scenery developers, that's why everybody has to price their products the way that they do, you know? How does this max compare to PMDG? Would you consider the max study level? I would say it's right up there, Daffins. I absolutely hate the term study level, Daffins, just because people get raging hard-ons if something doesn't work and you call it a study level. This aircraft is high fidelity, just like the Phoenix, just like the Tolis. Sorry, we're talking about Tolis, but just like the Phoenix, just like the PMDG, just like the Innie builds, it is a very high fidelity aircraft. From a commercial following, you got to follow the money. I mean, it just makes sense, right? Diabetic Lad. And what's crazy is if you look at the companies that are still developing for X-Plane, most of the companies do it as like a part-time thing, right? And like, again, I don't want to take credit away from Tolis, but like, I just don't think there's a place. I just don't think Tolis would have survived in the Microsoft marketplace. Their texturing, their modeling, their sounds, they're all just subpar. I just don't think they survive in the X-Plane, in the Microsoft marketplace. Now, Tolis will say like, oh no, it's because we want to remain loyal to X-Plane and blah, blah, blah. Listen, Tolis, the two developers of Tolis both have other real world great paying jobs. So for them, this is just gravy money, right? A lot of the developers that we see developing for Microsoft, this is their full-time thing because they've been able to turn this into a full-time job because of the player count, right? Because of the amount of people. Also, let's not forget that those numbers were just from Steam. Those numbers weren't from the Microsoft store. I would argue that there's probably just as many people running Microsoft on Steam than there is the Microsoft store. So you have to take that 17,000 and probably times that by 2. to get like a fair comparison. So you're talking 1,500 users on X-Plane compared to 30,000 people. And then you have to think about Xbox as well. Think about how many people are using the sim on Xbox. So again, you're going 1,500 people compared to maybe like 40, 50,000 people. You know. Well, I mean, study level aircraft aren't, you know, the terms, when I think of the term study level, I think of a level D simulator. I think of like a training sim that the real airline pilots train on. To me, that's study level. Now, do these aircraft allow you to replicate, let's say, 90% of what you can do in the real airplane? Absolutely. Absolutely they do. Most systems are modeled, you know, the flight dynamics or the flight characteristics. I'm not going to call it a flight model, but the flight dynamics, the flight characteristics are all pretty similar as well. Yeah. P30 is what my flight school sim uses, most likely because they're using an external flight model shack. So the beauty of P3D and that FSX world is that external flight models and external systems are very easy to implement. That's why P3D has the professional series. So my guess is, and just like I've spoke to numerous of my friends who are on flight school, doing flight school, what happens is they use a sim platform that is easily allowed to have external models and stuff into it. And that's most likely what's happening at your flight school, is they're using P3D as a base, and then they're running some type of program for the flight model, flight characteristics, systems, whatever it may be, right? Now, you can also do this within Microsoft now. You can do that. It's full-blown. I've done it before. We've seen it. We did it in World Flight last year, right? We were running flight models and systems externally from the simulator. Microsoft sold over 15 million copies, if that says anything. Correct, yeah. Greetings, Cap. What a wacky week for Flight Sim. 2 A330s in the bin. How you finding the iFly? Thank God we got the iFly. I feel like this is like one of those hidden gems, the needle in the haystack, if you will. This is, you know, I think people can look forward to this over, you know, the Max or the A330 debacles. Checking radar to see if we have any ATC. We should. Yeah, we'll pick up ATC as we're coming into the airspace. It'll actually be soon with ATC, probably within the next about 10 minutes or so. Top of drop is in 15 miles. So, if we're looking at our arrival, the Lunip 4 Lima need to be 11,000 feet at Golf Mike 414. So we're going to bug up 11,000 feet. That'll be our initial descent. 1,000. Good. And then we'll plan the rest once we know more from ATC. Is it much better than the default max? That's the thing, Blue Star. I obviously had time with the default max, but I didn't have enough time. I think, you know, just off of what I did see, I'm thinking that the system depth is probably going to be far greater on this aircraft than it would be on the default. As far as like flight model and characteristics and stuff like that, I don't know. I didn't get enough time with it. Are you going to try the Tollus 330? So Fliter, you're here quite frequently. Do you see me use X-Plane any longer, man? I'm okay with waiting an extra month and using the AnyBuilds A330. It's not worth it for me to spend $100 on an aging sim that I just don't use anymore as a platform. Look forward to seeing the career mode, the most of Microsoft 2024, and I wonder if Asobo will expand on it with new jobs. I hope so, Aspie. I think it really all depends to how much we end up using it as consumers, right? I think that's going to be the big thing. All right, there we go, friends. We've started our descent back into Oslo. Hopefully the next iFly project will be the 7.6. I mean, we have Bluebird making the 7.5 and the 7.6, so maybe. What would make you want to fire up X-Plane again? Nothing will. And really, at the end of the day, like, again, I'm not trying to entice Sim Wars or anything like that. It just really comes down to personal preference, man. And if you prefer X-Plane over Microsoft, hey, I don't have any quarrels. I don't have any problems with that, man. You use whatever, as long as you're having fun. That's all that matters to me, you know? But for me, there is nothing right now going on in the X-Plane world that would even make me consider switching over. There's nothing. Do the guys who do the ATC, are they real jobs as ATC, or do they sim? Some people are probably real. I think a lot of people just do it casually, just like I fly the airplanes. They enjoy controlling. So, when will the iFly release? No release date yet, unfortunately. No. Cap, do you connect your rudder pedals to your joystick or the PC? I can't seem to get mine to work. Mine are plugged into a powered USB hub. So I have a powered USB hub on my desk, and that everything is connected to there, and then it's connected to my computer through one USB. I can say if you do go the USB route, make sure you get a powered USB. A lot of these peripherals can take up a lot of power, and yeah. I think X-Plane has his flight models that seems to have improved in 2024, so let's see. Again, man, as somebody who flies from my desk, as long as an aircraft is fun and enjoyable to fly, that's all that matters to me, man. I'm not going to pretend like I need to have a one-to-one flight model or anything like that, right? Like, that doesn't affect me whatsoever. Did you sign up for the 2024 Alpha? It's the beta, but I did, Fliter, yes.
636 Polaris Control, climb flight level 280, clear P-Sur, join P-Sur 3 Papa.
Yeah, absolutely, Moritz. Yeah, there's a few, yeah. Did the new sim feel better with the physics? Yes, absolutely. Especially the ground handling. The ground handling is completely changed in 2024. Feels much more natural. Feels like there's much more weight behind taxiing aircraft and stuff.
Radar 969 Polaris Control, report Mach number, you're cleared Bob up to Papa arrival.
They call it an alpha? I thought it was a beta test.
Sorry, say the Mach number again?
Yeah, Mach decimal E0.
Reynolds Minor 68 Roger, maintain Mach decimal.
Listen to James Brown. I don't know what this is. This song slaps. This song is called Sex with an exclamation point. Polaris Control, very good evening again. Nordic 949, we're descending now through flight level 250.
Nordic 949, Polaris Control, descend flight level 120, clear to Lunip for Lima arrival.
We'll descend 120 Lunip for, did you say Lima or Papa arrival? Sorry, Nordic 949.
Nordic 949, Lunip for Lima arrival.
Lunip for Lima, thank you. Nordic 949.
Screaming 200, when ready, descend flight level 100.
The song is literally saying, sex, do it right.
Nordic 47 Yankee, when ready, descend flight level 120.
The X-Plane 12 developers were asked why use X-Plane 12 and not Microsoft. What do you think they would say? I don't know, dude. I really don't know.
Copenhagen Control 136.485, Scandinavian 827.
Alright, let's start working some... Actually, we don't know what runway we're expecting yet, so we have to wait. It's either going to be one left or one right. We'll pin both. Let's plan for one right. 11195. 11195. Flip it. Cleared direct Nosla, Nordic 949.
Scandinavian 463, clear direct Helin.
Cleared direct Nosla.
Direct Scandinavian 463. Scandinavian 463, direct Helin.
Which I guess is the final fix for runway one right. So I guess we're going on one right, friends. I'm going to pause the music because things are going to get a little bit busy here, I feel like, very soon and very quickly. 11195 and 012. 11195, I got that plugged in good. 11195 and flip it up. Good. Front course will be 012. 012. Air Berlin. That's one I haven't heard in a while. 012, good. And then minimums category C 871. 871 on the barrel.
121.0 with the speed, Lufthansa 878, bye.
732 Charlie, when ready, descent 4,000 feet. Haugesund QNH is 995.
Alright, 871 is in, and weather... Unpin this. Weather is... winds are 350 at 11 knots, so almost down the runway.
Arctic 4 to Mike, descent 3000, carry on P0 and C1.
And 988 on the barrel. 988, good. And transition altitude is...
Nordic 949er, contact Oslo approach 120, decimal 450.
120450, thanks for ATC, we'll see you soon. Nordic 949er.
See ya. Nordic 636, climb flight level 280.
120450 for us.
Nordic 763, contact Oslo approach 120, decimal 450.
120, decimal 452, 10
for us.
Flight level 210, direct up flap. North 3 bra.
Also approach, forgetting me again, Nordic 949er, 18,500 descending direct Nosla.
Nordic 949, Oslo, hello, information, Foxtrot, landing 01 right.
Foxtrot, we're planned 01 right, Nordic 949er. Okay, beautiful. Landing elevation, 670. Set that here. We'll go 650 on the landing out. Good. And we're descending 12,000. We'll get lower from him in a sec. Could you make it a bit darker? We're going to fly nighttime tonight, man. We're going to do some nighttime ops tonight. 70 for us.
Nordic 760, Oslo, hello, free speed, landing 01 left.
Free speed 01 left, Nordic 760. Oslo approach, go Childerz, jag räknar bort till Mentha, vi har 3,200 for 7,000.
Yeah, can you do landing without auto brakes? I see several videos Norwegian does not use auto brake on long, uncontaminated runways. Interesting. I feel like you always want to put in a little bit of auto brake. Let's just use auto brake 1. How about that? Use auto brake 1. This is not real time. I got one left, but I'm going to start from the other side. Yeah, that probably makes sense. They're probably bringing people in from either side, right? Makes the most sense. Makes the Embraer 175 and 95 not fun to fly. There's no VNAV. There's a janky LNAV. The autopilot is like basically a default Microsoft autopilot, and the FMC is extremely lackluster with what you can do and how you can kind of plan it. Remember, guys, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to smash down the thumbs up. Hopefully we've reached our goal of 250. If we have reached our goal of 250, hopefully we can bump that up to 300. That would be incredible. 300 likes this afternoon. And remember, for those of you that follow our Thursday stream, we do have an evening stream tonight. We're going Toronto-Boston back to Toronto. So going to be a little bit of a longer evening stream tonight, but it should be a fun one as well. Toronto-Boston back to Toronto. That is a real-world Air Canada Max 8 up. So tonight should be a lot of fun. We finally get the Air Canada delivery. I've been waiting for it. We got the WestJet the other day, and I was like, all right, sweet. Now we got the Air Canada. Oh, baby. We're already past 300? Damn. Nice. Let's get 350 going. We need a Southwest? We do. We do. So did you hear earlier why they haven't done the Southwest, Will? I guess it's because they're working on the cabin. They're making the cabin a single class layout. Right now they only have the dual class layout, so the business class and then the economy in the back. So I guess they're waiting until the cabin, the single class cabin is done.
Descent flight level 100.
Descent flight level 100, Nordic 9490. So I guess that's why they're waiting to push out the Southwest liveries. So that's what I've been told. I don't know if that's like official. I'm assuming it's official. There's a ton of people that are in the Discord. I'm assuming it's official, so. Because it would be wrong to see first class in Southwest. Exactly. And you know the flight sim community, right, Will? You know they would absolutely lose their shit over it, so. Doesn't surprise me.
3,300, 7,000. 7 Papa India, Oslo, identified, climb flight level liner 0.
Climb flight level liner 0, speed percent Papa India.
It's like seeing Southwest livery on anything other than a 7.3 gross. The A320neo Southwest. Do you know how many I've seen? Especially on like VATSIM and stuff, you see somebody connected as the Southwest A320neo. Does the 7.3 MAX already have a release date? No. There is no release date. They have released the price. The price is $69.95 USD. Yeah. Look at that in front of us, chat. That looks a little bit gnarly, doesn't it? I used to do that when Microsoft first came out. I was desperate. I remember those times, Will. I remember there was like a year, for like a year, we had the CRJ by Aerosoft, and we had the fly-by-wire A320neo, and that's it. That's all we had. That is it. We do have tower frequency online, 18.3. So we'll get that plugged up, 18.3. All right. And down here, we're going to go to our init ref, and we're looking at 148 on our approach speeds. Beautiful. Is the CRJ still in the bin? Yeah, until it gets updated, I don't plan on flying it, to be honest with you. Until it gets updated. Landing lights are on, start switches over to continuous, and wing lights are on. Ding the cabin. Get everybody seated. Paul, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. You know, we're about to get a little bit bumpy probably coming through here, chat. He hasn't given us any lower yet. He's still holding us at 10,000. So I'm sure we'll get our descent here momentarily. 3-hour drive back home. Took 1 hour alone to leave the city. Watch some of your streams too. Good to see you, Cap. Thomas, welcome back, mate. I like big screens like everything else in the USA. Hey. Should get descent here momentarily.
First Nordic 949er, descent 4,000 feet, QNH 988, KRLS 01 right.
4,000 feet, 0988, and cleared ILS 4 right, Nordic 949. Alright, altitude intervene, down to 4,000. I'm going to get a little bit of ground spoiler out, because it's going to go a little bit quick on that descent profile. Ground spoilers are out. It's a little bit high up.
Are you assigned speed about left
Should be entering the clouds. There go the bumps.
We were assigned 330 greater, but now we're slowing down for the arrival.
Going to be a little bit bumpy coming through some of these clouds.
Speed until DevQ. After DevQ, speed according to star.
How does the iFly compare to the PMG 73 in terms of hand flying? They're both like somewhat similar. They both fly. Jesus, that was a big old bop. They both fly like 737s, right? They have that super low profile to the ground where you kind of just fly it into the ground. But yeah, they're both enjoyable to fly, man. I really don't know if I could say like, oh, one is significantly better than the other. They're both really great aircraft. I think this one has some features that the PMDG doesn't, and the PMDG has some features that this one doesn't. So, nice wing flex is beautiful wing flex. Yeah, I did a really good job modeling the wing flex, especially coming through those clouds and some of those bumps. You know if they will add a weather radar? I don't think so, Devastator. It has nothing to do with them not wanting to add a weather radar. It's because the weather data is not done by Microsoft or Asobo. It's a third-party company. So a third-party company has locked down the weather stuff. All right, ground spoilers are back in. We're looking good. I don't know if we have any restrictions coming in here. Just 220 knots, 5,000 feet, but I think we're probably past that. He hasn't told me to slow down or speed up, so we'll worry about that in a minute. Let's go standard Barrow 988, very low pressure. What is that in inches? 2918. Holy shit. That's extremely low pressure. Damn. Desperate for iFly to release this beauty this weekend. Fingers crossed, man. I don't think it's going to happen this weekend, but fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, man. Definitely better than the Aerosoft A330. Yes, significantly. Significantly. It's a double rainbow. Coming through a little bit of weather here. 9 degrees, so we should be good on anti-ice. Shouldn't need to worry about that. Actually going to flip everything over now. Good. And we've been cleared on the ILS approach. So as we get a little bit closer, we should pick up the local... There, I was just going to say, as it happens. Picked up the localizer. There's the glide path as well. So go ahead and arm our loc. Get that ready to go. Our speed is rolling back to 210 knots, which is good. Per the instructions, I think, at Nosla. Or Insuv and Nosla. 200 knots. So, okay. There we go. What do you think they're waiting on? Probably just a couple bug fixes here and there. There's been no update on the aircraft, Will, since I've had one update since I got it last week. I think I got it when did I get it? On Saturday? Thursday last week? I can't even remember when I got the airplane. There's been one update to the airplane. So I'm assuming they're kind of getting some major updates and some things fixed before handing it over to the community, if you will. All right, we should be intercepting here any second. Watching our vertical descent. I'm going to go vertical speed. We're going to go about 700 feet per minute just to stay on profile. Speed looks good at 210. And we'll roll our speed back to 200. We'll adhere. Let's go flaps 1.
Speed 220.973.
All right, localizer's been captured. Let's arm approach. And glide slope captured. Beautiful.
From you still want us at 270 on Graydon?
Hey, friend. Normal bombing system.
Copy 760.
I just got to use 5900X for 170 pounds now. I just need my wrist to heal to actually install it. Fingers crossed, man. Get her done. Let's go flaps 5 degrees. Sync up our headings. Good. We're on localizer. We're on glide slope. We can set go around. Missed approach climb track 012. So we'll plug in 012 and turn right and approach climb 4,000.
Contact Garden Tower, 113, ha det.
Garden Tower 18-3, thanks for ATC. We'll see you soon. Nordic 949. Garden Tower, very good evening. Nordic 949, ILS 1 right.
Nordic 949, Garden Tower, good evening.
Expect stand 4-1, Robbie 01 right, let's land, wind 247 feet.
01 right, clear to land. I'm sorry, did you give us our stand information before?
Hey, firm, expect stand 4-1.
We'll expect stand 4-1, 1 right, clear to land. Thank you, Nordic 949. Stand 4-1 is what we're expecting, chat. Can we even do that on GSX? We might be able to do that, actually. Oslo, gates, 4-1.
25.
Menzies. Good. 2,500. Bring that speed down to 170. Let's go gear down. We are cleared to land. We'll get all the rest of the lights on.
3627, stand 60 is now occupied. Take stand 64 instead.
Check stand 61.
Let's go flaps 15 degrees.
Red on to 3627. Correct. Make stand 68.
And stand 4-1. Going to be on this side. Cool. Nice. All right, and our final approach speed today was 148. So we'll bug up 148. Get that ready to go. Beautiful. Let's go flaps 25 degrees. Hey man, you have a lot of trust in GSX. I would have waited until touchdown just because of all the bugs. What's going to happen with it? Never had any issues. Through 160 knots, let's go flaps 30, which will be our landing flaps today. Beautiful. Looking good, chat. This is a gorgeous approach. I think I might hand fly it from here, guys, to be honest with you. So, yoke cam's going on. Sounds are going up. My throttles. And my, this, airplane. Enjoy the arrival, friends. Good. Let's get it. Almost a nice headwind. It's a little bit 25 knot kind of quartering cross on the... Not too bad. We should be okay. We'll start our replay as well. Thank you, chat. We are recording. Beautiful. Looking good, friends.
Tower, Nordic 654. 654, down the tower, go ahead.
Definitely blowing us to the right. Can feel it and can see it.
60 and the information goes on board
Check.
Nordic 654. 654, clear to left on upload time alpha departure on the left, time 7,000 feet, 46, 1, 4. Childerz, give me out of 5.
Right, chat, we're going for an extreme greaser here.
And 01 left.
Concentration phase, big time is on.
6114 Nordic 654.
A little bit bumpy coming in though. Slope looks good. 2 white, 2 red. Beautiful approach. That wind though, man. Constantly blowing me off.
Approaching 300. 200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. Extreme grease. Beautiful. Nose down gently into the wind. Decelerating. Ground spoilers are out. .60 knots, reversers are stowed. Sorry, that was me wiggling my rudder pedals. Auto brake is off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down.
Change of cruise flight level from 30 to 2990.
To Oslo.
Nordic 654 again. First flight plan change from 320 to 290 flight level Nordic 654. Nordic 354.
Alright, we vacated Bravo 6.
Even level. So option is 280 or 300. Flight 12, 300 Nordic 654. Nordic 654, what's your? Flight plan is now abandoned. Thanks. Request push and start Nordic 654. Nordic 654, push and start, QNH 980.
Alrighty. Clean up the ground spoilers, clean up the flaps.
Nordic 654, confirm, QNH 988.
What a beautiful flight, friends.
988, Nordic 654.
Absolutely beautiful. Landing lights are off. Runway turnoffs can go off. Start switches can go off. We'll spool up the APU. Strobe lights are off. Wing lights are off. We'll head all the way up top. Pro-Pete goes to auto.
Gardermoen Tower, good
Nice.
evening, Nordic 763, established ILS 01 left.
First, Nordic 949, taxi Tango, Lima Orange, stand 41.
Tango Lima Orange stand for 1. Nordic 949. Thank you for the ATC.
Nordic 7.
Alright, Tango Lima, so it's going to be first left here onto Tango, and then our first right orange line for stand 41 all the way down, tucked into the corner. Beautiful. Cool. We will stop our replay, so we'll be able to watch that. Felt like a good approach. The wind was kind of all over the place a little bit there. Affecting the speed and affecting the pitch, but I think we did a good job. Maintained our glide slope all the way through. Minimal movement on the yoke. Felt good. Felt good, my amigos. Remember, guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down the thumbs up. Try and get the stream up to as many likes as we can. And for everybody hanging out and watching, we are live again tonight. We're doing some real-world Air Canada ops this evening out of Toronto. We should have full ATC in Toronto. Fingers crossed that we get full ATC into Boston as well. But is that the pink line of your PFD on the runway is the center line? Yeah, I don't know. I think so, maybe. I think so. Sounds good, Blue Star. Looking forward to it, man. Alright, orange line all the way in. Up top, APU gens are on, bleeds are on. Flip over the generator here up top as well. Good. Kill that dual bleed. Which landing rate app do you use? Exclamation point G's. In chat, Nightbot will provide you with a command. Didn't show up till you pulled off the high-speed exit. Could be. Yeah. Could very well be. Alright, taxi light is going off. We're within the ramp area now. Great stream today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Finally getting to do some ops in Europe. We'll do some more ops this week as well over in Europe. Tonight we're back in North America. Obviously, I mentioned Toronto to Boston. I don't know what the plan is on Saturday. I'd like to do a longer flight in the 7.3 Max. There's a lot of longer flights happening in North America. So Saturday we may do something North America, and then Sunday we might be back here in Europe, and then Monday maybe as well. But we'll see how she goes. Why the switch from LRM to G's? LRM stopped working all of a sudden. It wasn't popping up on my screen any longer. And somebody mentioned G's. And honestly, I've been preferring G's. I found that G's to be... It matches very similar to Sim Toolkit Pro. Whereas kind of the landing rate monitor was a little bit crazy. Aero Mexico, yes. Yes, Aero Mexico. If we don't get to that this week, we'll 100% get to it next week.
Nordic 654, first confirm stand, of course not stand. You squawk 6114 is it?
I can't see anything on this. I think the sun is blocking that. I can't see anything. We'll just park the way we want to park. How's that sound?
And tower, Scandinavia 973, number
Probably good right about there, I would say so. Yes, cool. Park brake is on upstairs. Everything looks good. Gens are on, bleeds are on. Good, actually. Isolation valve needs to go open. There we go. And engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. Seatbelt sign is off. Anti-collision light is off. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this to a nice little turnaround state here, shall we? There we have it, friends. This is those spool downs. Incredible. Absolutely incredible, my amigos. What a beautiful flight, man. What a beautiful flight. What a beautiful day of flying. That was a good one, my friends. That was a good one.
Nordic 654, taxi Golf, November, holding point, coming 0 on left.
Golf, November, holding Montreal.
What a great flight, friends. I really hope you guys did enjoy that one.
763, continue straight ahead on Victor, right on Yankee, stand 20.
Beautiful.
Straight ahead on Victor.
Beautiful,
right
my
on Yankee,
amigos.
Nordic 763.
It was a fun day of flying. I love flying this part of the world, man. I love flying up into Norway. Need to do some more Norway. I really wanted to go to Bergen, but the flights to Bergen are just so short. Like, it's like, I don't even know how long it is, like a 20-minute flight or something like that. Landing rate, we'll take a look at that one. 142, 105 on the G, 13-knot quartering crosswind, 3.1 left side slip. So we didn't do as good of a job kind of controlling that touchdown. But it was still a great landing considering the winds. A little bit spicy today, the winds were. Edinburgh to Bergen, that'd be a good one. Yeah, I'd do that one. That could be fun as well. Maybe this week we can take a look at that at some point. Cool, sweet. You guys want to check out the replay? I do. So let's go to GSX. We'll go ahead and restart the Kutao script. Let me come over here. Let me pop this guy open. Let me go to menu, systems page, doors. We're going to close all the doors. Close. Get all that ready to go. I'm going to set the flaps down to 30 degrees for landing. 7-hour Halifax to London Heathrow. That's pretty crazy. You know what I mean? That's wild. Let's get all of our lights back on. We'll get fuel pumps so it doesn't yell at us. We'll get all this ship turned back on. Good. Get you on. All right, cool. So we're looking good. Shouldn't get yelled at when we're doing this. I'm just going to make sure that our flaps go all the way out, which I don't know if they will, but we'll see. I think they're slowly but surely coming out, the flaps, because I turned the hydraulic pumps back on. Still no release? Nope, still no release, man. If you really want to complain about it, dude, I just say go to the iFly Discord and let them know of your displeasure, if you are very displeasured by it. Okay, we don't need that open anymore. We can close that. Beautiful. Cool. Flaps are set 30. Let's go and hit the replay button, friends. I'll turn the sound down here a little bit, and we shall watch the replay, shall we? We'll go to pause it. We'll bring it a little bit closer. We can go from like right about there. Should be good. Trim it. Start here. Yes. Resume. Good. Cool. Let's have a look-see at this one here, friends. Ooh, look at that. That looks incredible. Hold on. We may have to do a landing just like this to see how good it looks. See what it looks like from like this weird zoomed in. Have you had any issues with the Max? Not really, to be honest with you. I mean, it's flown just as well as any of my other payware airplanes, to be honest with you. Maybe a few things here or there, but for the most part, it's done everything that I've wanted it to do, man. Everything that I've wanted it to do. Man, this is incredible. The blurred background, the picture like that looks so good, man. Is that the depth of field setting does? It does. Yeah, you have to zoom out, like bring the camera all the way out and then kind of zoom in. But man, that looks absolutely incredible. Into the flare, maybe a little bit early onto the flare. Gorgeous touchdown. There's the nose correction. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, chat. Very happy with that landing. Very happy with both landings today, to be honest with you. I think both were kind of a little bit spicy, but yeah, absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous arrivals. Look at that coming in here like that. Oh, get the zoom. There we go. Get the zoom. What a beauty. Well, everyone, that's going to go ahead and do it for today's live stream. Again, if you haven't done so, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the content. I'm going to take this time to thank my mods, my donators, and my sponsors. Thank you all so much for everything that you do for the channel. Without you guys here, none of this is possible, seriously. So I want to thank you guys very much for the continued support of the channel. You guys are the backbone. You guys allow me to do this, and for that, I am forever grateful. Thank you, everybody, for the support. I hope you guys have been enjoying the Max as much as I have been. It's been an incredible pleasure to be able to stream this for you guys and showcase this aircraft. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time flying it. If you haven't noticed already, I've thoroughly enjoyed my time flying it. So, yeah, we are live again this evening. Once again, Toronto to Boston, back to Toronto tonight. Going to be a banger. Going to be a fun one. We're going to have full ATC out of Toronto. Fingers crossed we get ATC into Boston as well. To everybody else that cannot support using the monetary value but supports the streams by being here, smashing down the thumbs up button, keeping chat entertaining and having fun, I want to thank you guys just as much. Thank you everybody for the continued support of the channel. You guys are the best. Truly do appreciate y'all. Again, live this evening tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, which is roughly very late for you UK guys. I think it's like 12:30 in the morning, 12:30 a.m. UK, and that's 4:30 Pacific. Looking forward to tonight. Had a great time flying down here in Norway and into Copenhagen. One of my favorite approaches to do is the one into Copenhagen. Enjoy the replays. Have yourselves an incredible Thursday evening. If I don't see you, next time you'll see me, if you're not on tonight, will be Saturday, and we're going to be doing a long haul in this aircraft. Well, a long haul. Not like a 7 to 9 hour flight. We're going to do one of the longer max flights. Right now, I'm thinking one of the cool ones that we could do would be Air Canada Montreal to LA. That could be a badass flight. That's the one that's kind of circulating in my head. Circulating? That's not a word. Circling in my head. I'd love to do that one. Unbelievable scenery in Montreal. Any builds LAX. Could be a good one. Happy landings, my friends. Catch you tonight or catch you on Saturday.